my God, we're on the internet.
This is me pointing at the camera to indicate that we're going live because we don't have like one of those fancy red lights or anything.
I have an on-air sign I can bring from home.
We should do an on-air.
Wait, you've had an on-air sign for like 500 episodes? You didn't bring it in?
No,
You
I've
damn
only
right.
had it for 2 years.
So for only like 6 episodes,
Yes.
you haven't brought it in.
Yeah.
Oh, like 2 episodes of Who You.
For the entirety of the variety hour?
Yeah, it's been sitting in front of me. I turned
to
it
let
on.
you know. That,
Yeah,
okay. I'm on.
I'm on. Yeah.
You remind
Are we on?
It was one of those. So it was one of those cheap like letter signs, like
You
LED.
just slide the letters
You slide
on?
the letters
Okay.
in. Yeah, that
Oh.
like
I've almost picked one of those up before.
they were on sale at Target.
Target.
It was a one-line thing.
Yep.
And it was like $5. I was like, yeah, hell yeah. So I brought it home and put it.
Yeah.
That's when I was streaming. Back in
yeah.
those days.
Oh, yeah.
I remember doing that.
You should finish Far
sometimes.
Cry 2.
Nah. People
Why
keep
would you
asking
do that?
for it, so I definitely won't do it.
Okay.
It's a good call.
A friend of mine actually messaged me the other day. It was like, hey, you should finish Far Cry 2. And I was like, yeah. I'm not going to.
Hello there, Robert Connolly.
Hello.
Oh, right. There's chat and stuff. Man,
How are you?
Out of it today.
Bibbity Bobbity Connolly.
It's what they called him in college.
It's accurate.
Dinosaur. Look at what the Nightmare Dinosaur.
Yeah.
Dinosaur.
I knew I was on the same line as Chuck, so I wanted to play off his Polyshore.
You usually want to play off my poly
I sure do. Yeah.
Hey-oh.
Yeah, I want to wheeze
Huh?
that juice.
That's a sexy thing.
Huh?
Got the weasel.
Yes, the weasel.
God, I'm so glad that period of time ended.
What time is that?
What, the age of Pauly Shore?
Yes.
The best time?
No, that is not the best time. No one had a good time.
You're wrong.
I think Pauly Shore had a good time.
Pauly Shore had a great time.
I think Brendan
made
Fraser
a
had
lot
a
of
good
money.
time too.
Did a lot of coke.
Brendan Fraser
Guy
seemed to
got
be having
out
some
all
fun,
right.
Yeah. He was
This
in
goddamn
Seal Man.
link. Open. You
What is
fucking link.
fxtwitter.com, Chuck?
It's supposed to fix the link so that it displays a video because
Just link direct to the YouTubes.
yeah.
Here, I got you.
Yeah,
I
the
got
fuck
you.
is that fixed?
I'll
Twitter
just
shit?
delete your.
No, I got it already. I'm already
Delete it.
doing it.
Delete the fucking thing.
Doing it. Doing it.
Did you do it?
Did it.
Now can I retweet something?
Sure, you can retweet all you want, son.
I got a surprise for the live stream audience.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, there's 4 BMFcasters. That's the surprise.
Ha!
Whoa.
Welcome Mackie to the show. New
Special
new
guest.
co-host.
New Bamfcaster,
Mackie.
Mr. Mackey.
First time, long time.
Yeah.
Senior Mackie.
What do you guys do here?
It's a Mackey.
No, I'm
What we
really
do
not
each and
sure.
every week here is
You'll find out.
Watch
Alright.
yourselves.
I was gonna ask.
Oh, good bad movie, enjoyable bad movie.
Robot
Robot
Jogs.
Jogs. Bad movie is stay away. It was -5 bags. Bags of trash.
You
Trash
read the
scale.
negative sliding scale.
So when do we get to the other surprise?
Oh, the other surprise.
The best
Wait,
surprise.
Is that the surprise you were referring to?
Yes.
Oh.
Hey guys.
Hashtag hey guys. I was waiting for the
More
numbers
people.
to go up,
Yeah.
but the numbers actually went down. So
Better do it now then.
Numbers of
People
5
will
here.
watch it on the recap.
no, they won't. So look at this shit. We have some flaming hot Mountain Dew. I do not know why.
Because I bought it.
Because Chuck
Well,
does
yes, but I don't
bought
know.
a case of it.
questionable things.
I think it's more the fact that we're questioning why it exists, not why is it here.
Yeah,
That is a question we may not be able to answer.
Yeah.
But
How cold is it?
it's pretty cold. It's a
it's so
Oh,
cold.
it's hot.
It's flaming hot.
Yeah.
I've heard.
breaking.
Let's listen to the.
You might break a nail. Oh yeah.
Oh man.
That's
boy.
So how's the bouquet?
I'm gonna pour some. I don't want to put my nose directly over this can.
That's probably a
just in
good
case
idea.
something happens. Oh my god.
yeah. Look at that.
That is
hot
an
color.
unnatural color.
Hold it up.
Why are you pouring so much in there? What are you
Yeah,
doing?
yeah,
Oh, he's gonna like it.
You're daring.
I'm a brave man.
You got to finish it.
I wanted the full bouquet, you know.
Yeah. Just let it out.
And also, when I immediately violently vomit, I want it to go everywhere.
Sure. I'm just happy
I'm
that
going to smaller dosage.
Right, yeah, but you got to get ahead on that one. So
I'm just happy that finally someone was able to get diabetes and diarrhea in the same can.
Oh, it doesn't smell bad. Oh no, yes it does.
Yeah. Yeah. I'll clear you up. I don't have insurance right now, Brian. Bottoms up, right?
The first sip has been taken.
It just tastes kind of cinnamony.
Like a stripper?
Yeah, exactly. Like it's exactly like a stripper because when I put it in my mouth starts to burn.
Or I thought you were like saying like the top layer is coming off.
I mean, it's not. It's not as bad as I was expecting.
No, it's not.
It's not good,
No, it's not.
but it's not as bad as I was expecting.
No.
Yeah.
All right, fine.
Okay, I feel it. I feel it burning
Come
the
on.
back
Get
of
it-
my throat a
get a
little
cup.
bit.
No, just give. Oh, you
Just take the can. No one drank out of that
Oh,
can.
yeah. Here.
Throw it back.
Does anybody
Wait.
want more?
Oh, I know.
I'll take a little bit more.
I mean, I literally just want the tiniest of sip, just so I'm like.
YOLO.
I mean,
Give me more.
I've tasted
Let's pour
tequila.
full
It can't be
glasses.
that bad. Yeah.
Let's see what the caffeine.
Tequila.
count
What
is.
was tequila?
it
was
was-
that the beer with tequila in
No,
it?
it was just tequila. Like someone was like, you know what people really like about tequila is the taste.
Yeah,
This
they do.
has 117% of your daily sugars.
Yep.
And-
Oh, perfect.
In
well,
one
not only that, like, what do people like is not just tequila, but the shitty like gold tequila, not the agave, good tequila that actually tastes
Oh.
good. But people want to, people really like that taste of Cuervo Gold. So why don't we put that in beer?
So really, I mean, do you remember Pepsi Fire?
Yeah.
Yes,
It was basically just cinnamon Pepsi.
it was,
Right.
and it was okay.
It was all right.
This
it
is
was
not.
better than this.
This is bad. It's not awful.
It's basically just cinnamon Mountain Dew.
I always like
Yeah,
my
is-
beverages
is
to have
my-
a caution label
Yeah.
on them. That's always what I like.
This reminds me of there was a beer that was called the Tom Yum Thai Goza,
Sure.
and it tasted a little bit like Tom Yum soup, so it was a little bit spicy and had some kind of weird notes. It was a weird beer, but that's what it reminds me of. It's just like, okay, we got a weird.
Yeah, see?
Yeah, could be worse.
It's like it's sweet at first, and then there's a back end of
Yeah.
kind of fucking with your tongue, and you're like,
Yeah, it's more like it's just hitting you in the throat.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
it's just like
It's
No,
a
I
it's a
have-
confusing drink.
it is.
I've got no tongue feel for it.
Yeah,
Like it's
Yeah,
all, it's all throat.
No, yeah, it's all like
yeah.
back
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
Like I mean, it honestly doesn't have much.
It tastes like
taste.
orange soda
Yeah.
with a cinnamon aftertaste.
See, I didn't even get like
Yeah.
flavors out of it.
I know,
I
I
just
guess
got
nobody
like a
wants this,
sugariness.
Oh yeah, it just
See-
tastes like Mountain Dew.
See,
Yeah.
we can get this, but we can't get Gamer Fuel back.
You can have Gamer Fuel. Just
Yeah, just mix
Code
orange
Red
and,
and orange.
Code Red, yes.
Livewire and
Livewire.
Hey, Jens has watched us drink terrible,
Yams.
terrible beverages.
You would have had all 4 cans totally plowed by now. Just like, I don't know what you guys are doing.
Oh, I didn't swallow it fast enough. I let it sit.
Oh,
That's not good.
Oh no, did it go
That's
up?
a bad
Did
reaction.
it go up your nose?
Yes.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, the bubbles. They burn.
the bubbles.
it's
Jens, have you recovered from our trip?
Oh, the bubbles she burns.
I think that's what evanescence is.
Yeah.
It's not effervescent. It's wake me up.
Does it wake you up inside? Yeah.
Yeah, have a little
Oh, boy.
chaser.
That water tastes delicious.
Yeah.
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 I have to agree. That is nearly not nearly as bad as I thought it was. Like
No, but it's not ever worth having again either.
like there's a
And it's not flaming hot.
No.
I will say that.
No.
No.
is it Sweetwater? There's a spicy candy in Mexico that I didn't know was spicy.
Asking me, you're the Mexico expert. Mexico.
Well, it's like
person.
Same, Jens.
Atomic
Same.
fireballs.
It's like a stick,
Or
and,
Los Atomic Fireballos.
Yeah, basically I was just in a store and I was like, oh, those kids are eating that. That must be good. No, it's like
Sure, yeah. Give me what them kids are
No,
having.
it's just like it's like, oh look, there's a little bit of sweet, and then Jesus God, fuck.
Yeah. No, this is not like something you dare someone to drink. It's just like, here,
I
try
mean,
this.
Based on the way that can looks and what it's called, yeah, you dare somebody to
Yeah,
try it.
I expect it to be like
Yeah.
a Bloody Mary that's carbonated.
Here's a fucking fireball that we melted down and added carbonation to. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just, it's such a weird
Like
thing.
one fireball.
Yeah.
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 It's weird. Like flaming hot stuff is usually. Yeah, when it gets up in your nose, you're done.
Yeah.
Judicial system.
Yeah.
Yeah. I usually don't like flaming hot stuff. Like it's the wrong kind of spicy for me. And this is not flaming hot.
No, it's got a thing that tickles the back of your throat.
I
and
like
you're
stuff that's spicy on your tongue and then doesn't really have much afterburn.
Yeah.
I hate stuff that you can't even taste, but then all you feel is the afterburn. I
Yeah.
hate that sort of
They should
spicy.
just call this Mountain Dew Afterburn.
Ooh, yeah, that'd be
Yeah.
good. Well, yeah.
Because this flaming hot.
If
thing
it was
is-
just called Mountain Dew Afterburn, it would
Yeah.
it would not sell,
No.
but it would be
It would be accurate.
yeah, accurate.
Truth
Accurate.
in marketing.
yeah, but I'm sure
No, the true afterburn comes later.
there's
Yeah.
yeah,
When you pee. Also reminiscent of stripper incidents.
sure,
Bringing it back around.
I get it. Yeah, they're only selling this online at mountaindew.com.
Oh, wait, this is like you had me drink a fucking limited edition thing.
Yeah,
Oh wow.
yeah.
it's just going
Do we
straight
s-
in the trash.
Oh, okay.
Do
yeah.
you still have that can of Brondo? Or did...
Oh, it's there. It's sealed. It's not going to be
Yeah,
good drink.
those things expired in like 2009.
Mine ate
I
through
threw
the can.
mine out.
Mine ate through the can.
It did?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I kept the can, but like I had it sealed on a shelf with some video games, and
Yeah.
looked up one day and was just like,
It's.
Oh,
did
no.
you not notice it sitting right on the kitchen?
Did it
yeah,
go
it's,
through-
it's on the kitchen.
Did it
counter.
go through the bottom or the
Uh,
seal at the top?
The seal at the top started to erode on
Yeah.
the side. I couldn't see, so it
Yeah.
leaked for who knows how long. That was fun.
And I gave you that Superman can, that Superman energy drink
It's in
too,
there,
right?
too.
Yeah. That was from like Spain or something weird.
Sure.
España.
España.
Yep.
Yeah. Basically, just,
Surprised they let me put it on the plane.
I was going to say you're just admitting to breaking customs right now.
Yep.
It's
Probably.
They ask for fruits and vegetables. They don't ask for.
for Superman
For-
energy
for
drink.
DC
Yeah,
drinks.
Superman energy drink is not.
I wish I'd kept a NOS, one that actually looked like the
Yeah.
the,
Yeah.
the bottle.
I like
Those
them
are
in the
cool.
really darkly ones. Yeah.
Yeah. And also those like the ones that are shaped like bullets, The they're like 357 Magnum or 9mm, whatever.
Sure.
You know what I miss is Drank, the anti-energy.
Oh
drink.
yeah, you love Drank.
That was
Yeah.
awesome.
Drank was good.
Slow your roll
actually.
with Drank.
I really
Such
liked Drank.
perfect marketing, and it tasted good too.
Yeah, it had like a.
Why'd they get
pleasant
rid of
kinda
it?
Grapish flavor.
It probably
Kids
just didn't
died.
sell. No,
I mean,
probably-
that was around the time of like the Four Loko bullshit. So like
Yeah.
a lot of the not Monster or Rockstar things kind of like
They all
folded.
got killed.
Yeah.
I think it just didn't sell.
Sure.
It had to have just been,
Yeah, I'm just saying like that. That's all right around that time where it was like the Four Loko thing like fucked up the whole energy drink market. That was a little insane there for a while.
It has.
Get a little.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. It's
It finds its way up there.
Yeah.
It's like,
Just a
hey,
little-
what's going on up here?
That's Chester popping in to say hello.
you want a Mountain Dew party in your nose?
Right.
And everyone's invited.
They,
By everyone, I mean me, Mountain Dew.
You want to have you're invited to a nose party.
Wrong kind of nose party for me.
Party of my
Yeah.
nose.
man.
There was one called Sparks that was like the same concept as Four Loko, like huge can, high ABV,
I remember it.
caffeine. I loved Sparks so much. Like 9%, big fucking can. I'd go drink one before I went out drinking.
Sure.
So I'd be up until 3 in the morning, sitting still in a bar.
Yeah.
Not
Another drink.
energy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man, gotcha. Gotcha.
You're making the noises of the cocaine lady from Up in Smoke.
Well, I was inhaling while I was drinking, and some of the some of the miasma coming off of this got into the back of my throat, and then I was
So
trying
the
to
bouquet has become the miasma.
and trying to cough through my nose so I didn't spit everything everywhere. Yeah, miasma got miasma.
What's wrong with your asthma? I got miasma.
Miasma.
What the fuck is that?
Fiddly-dee.
No, I literally don't know what that word is.
I feel like that one dude in Alien Covenant. Like this is gonna burst
miasma
out
is
of my
just like
back
a-
in a few minutes.
Yeah.
Like smoky, hazy, gross stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know this.
You can look it up if you can figure out how to spell it.
Miasma.
Am
Well,
I-
he needs your help.
I'll
for
look it
that.
up. Nah.
Nah.
Man. So the lead actor of this movie,
You sound a little hoarse.
the lead actor of this movie has edited a whole bunch of movies,
Really?
like
Todd
movies you
Overton?
have heard of.
No.
Yes.
No.
Oh, so Brunswick. You could have just said Brunswick.
Yeah, Brunswick. Yeah.
It would have been a lot easier, shorter answer. It's just
Miasma?
a generally vile or unpleasant odor.
Oh, Brunswick.
Yeah.
Oh, you
Or
mean
New Jersey. I mean, not all of New Jersey. Just around
Nicholas the
Newark.
Tooth.
Nicky the Tooth. So I went on vacation this weekend.
Oh, you
this
had
is
it- yeah.
This is
Me too.
relevant to
High five.
BMFcast
Yeah,
entrance.
this was how was your weekend park?
Yeah. And so I went to Hollywood. Well, I went to L.A. with a friend of the podcast and friend of me, Jens, and we saw John Williams conduct at the Hollywood Bowl.
Whoa.
The legend John Williams.
That's pretty cool.
It was really cool. And David Newman opened up the show for him and conducted a little bit.
Randy's brother?
Yes.
Cool.
No, it's
I think he's-
Gary's brother. He sang about tiny
cars.
cars. Yeah,
Yeah.
different golf carts. Here in my golf cart.
But yeah, it was really cool. The Hollywood Bowl is a really neat venue. There's some things I hate about it, like the seating and the fact that they just let everybody bring in food and booze. So people are just
That could be a problem.
it's not a, it's more of like we're having a picnic and also seeing a show instead of like people
Right.
coming to see a show.
It's like dinner theater,
yeah.
but outdoors.
Yeah. So those are the bad things, but the sound is great. The vistas are lovely. And it was really cool to see, like, a fucking legend conducting a legendary orchestra. The LA Philharmonic is a fantastic group of musicians.
Nice.
Very pleased. Also, we had a bunch of fun just doing LA things. Got to see Nakatomi Plaza finally, because I didn't make it there last time.
Well, it was all cordoned off because there was some trouble there.
Not last time I was there.
Yeah, I don't think he was there in 1987.
It's been, yeah. Yeah, explored a little downtown LA, which is nice. Went to the Pink Floyd. There was a Pink Floyd like temporary exhibit at this place on
I was
Hollywood.
hoping you were going to say laser show.
No,
That
no,
was
no,
the
it
temporary
yeah.
exhibit.
At
Yeah,
the
I was hoping,
planetarium.
Yeah, the planetarium.
I was like, we went to Laser Floyd. It was great.
I-
They have this thing. They put Pink Floyd music to lasers.
Yeah. Have you ever heard of it,
Really, man?
Also, have you ever heard of this stuff like called weed? It's pretty cool.
So yeah, did you get like Indiana Jones, Star Wars, like all the hits?
Yeah.
Okay.
We got the hits. We did not get Jurassic Park. We got some. Yeah, I know. Apparently, I guess it doesn't come up. But
He's probably
yeah.
just tired of like assholes going, "Holy fucking shit! It's a dinosaur."
Well, once that guy did the harmonica version,
Yeah.
the
John's like,
definitive version, I'm out. I
done.
can't top that.
He did a cut from the BFG, The Big Friendly Giant, which is a movie I'd never heard of, and I'd
that's
never
it.
heard that.
It's actually a
that-
Spielberg movie.
It's that
Yeah.
period of Spielberg where I was just like, I don't care anymore, dude.
But the music is gorgeous. It's really delightful. It was quite a treat. He did a cut from Indiana Jones that you don't hear often. It was from the one with Sean Connery. Brain fart.
Last Crusade.
Yes, thank you.
You do the Nazi March rally music.
No, it was Scherzo for Motorcycle and something.
Oh,
other.
yeah, okay.
It was good.
Superman.
Hmm?
Superman theme.
No, I don't think he did Superman.
I would,
No, he did not do Superman.
I think I would cry if I heard that live. Like I think that's the greatest theme song ever.
Scherzo for Motorcycle and Orchestra. Thanks, Jens. Jens was there and paying attention. Jens can probably give the entire set list because he was paying more attention. I was drinking a giant beer.
Gotcha again. He actually sprayed that one on my leg. I felt it.
I'm so sorry.
It's all right.
Oh yeah,
It's
the
just my leg.
Olympic fanfare.
I don't need it.
The good thing about
like
the
the-
Flamin' Hot Mountain Dew is it kills COVID.
Wait, it's like the dun, dun, dun,
Did he
dun.
play
Yeah,
the
is that
NBA
him?
on NBC theme? Oh, wait, that was John Tesh.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, that really is like.
The Olympic theme is John Williams. Yep.
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 Yep. Okay.
Y'all stop drinking it. Go pour it out.
Gets up in there.
Get something there.
I feel like I need to even it out. It's like just taking bumps of this shit.
Go put
Oh,
it
yeah,
away.
the Oscars fanfare thing was neat.
But like, you're like, does he just stay away from like the big ones? Like, does he not do like
don't know,
actual Indiana Jones theme, or is it like some?
No, he did.
patterns
He
of
did
it?
Indiana Jones. He did.
I'm just wondering if it's like a.
He did the Imperial March. So like,
okay,
okay,
alright.
yeah, he did a real big fan service thing there.
Yeah, sure.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Yeah, I was just curious if it was like fucking Billy Joel.
Were
Like,
there
I don't want
drunk-
to play piano, man. That's fucking all he plays.
Were there drunk people yelling from the back?
No,
The
Jens and, I,
Jurassic Park!
Jens and I thought about making signs, like, and being like fucking obnoxious wrestling fans.
Sure.
Like, yeah. Couldn't find any poster board.
I'd be the guy that's just like calling out for things that aren't his.
Yeah.
We're at the con.
Yeah.
James Bond thing. Let's do this. John Williams wrote all the music, man. You did it. Play the music from the Music Man. Make Music Man.
Oh, man. Whew. Yeah, I think I need to stop drinking that stuff.
Okay.
I figured that out after my one sip. So, that's good.
I finished mine. I'm the king.
This is a sipping soda.
No, you don't want to. You don't want to drink it very often because the more times you take a sip, the more likely you are to inhale the wrong way, and then blow flaming Mountain Dew all over your co-hosts.
I didn't do that. You did that to me.
Well, I mean
much-
that might happen to you.
That's much
Well,
different
let's
than the one
find
time
out.
you blew all your co-hosts for Mountain over Mountain Dew. I meant to. Totally
We don't
reverse
talk
it around.
about that.
You said you would never bring that up.
What?
I had to pay
I
for
forgot.
Atlanta somehow.
I forgot.
We
okay.
don't talk about that. It was a different time.
It was. It really was. Oh, well. What are we going to do?
Man.
Yeah.
Should we do a
Yeah, I was gonna
podcast?
say that's probably what we
We've been
should
recording for like a half hour.
Yeah.
do. Yeah. All right. Why not? Let's do this.
Yeah?
What episode are we on? 518. Yeah.
518.
Holy God.
This phone on my way. It's gonna fall.
So,
Oh, wait.
real quick before we get going, Jens's friend that we met out there, Jens's friend.
Jens friends.
Jens's friends. I was telling him about the podcast, and he's like, "Oh, let me check it out." And he's like, "Holy shit, 700 episodes!" I was like, yeah, "I don't know. I don't
Download them
remember."
all.
Yeah, I don't remember any of them. So don't get mad at me. Also, don't listen to them.
Yeah, absolutely not. No, I've met you in real life. You could never, ever listen to this show.
Yeah. If you listen to the show, we cannot be friends anymore.
God, I had a guy from work be like, I listened to your podcast. I'm like, no.
What did he think?
You stop that, sir.
He's like, so you'll watch movies and talk about. I'm like,
Yeah, if you listen to the podcast, you would know that. Don't lie to me.
Maybe it's because I have like constant anxiety. I don't have that one.
That's
Oh,
the one
I
you
just
don't
don't
have.
ever
Man.
tell people.
No,
Yeah.
I've had
Ever.
people listen to it. I'm just like, all right, cool.
well, it started because like the guy who knows I have a podcast, this relatively new hire who's working there, and he told him about it, and then that guy came to me and said, "So you have a podcast?" And I was like, ha, "No, not anymore.
No, I literally just
Absolutely not.
texted everyone that I quit.
Don't look for it." But then my friend told him exactly where to find it.
All right. Yeah.
Because then he was like, "Oh, do you have a YouTube channel?" I was like, "No, absolutely not. I don't. No." Where I don't know. I don't understand that kind of anxiety, but I have it. I just a person in real life starts that, and I just like I
Yeah.
can't. No.
Well, it's just like automatic that your brain goes, they're going to go to the worst episode we have.
Sure, yes.
And that's the one they're going to listen to.
Death Stalker.
Like,
Death Stalker's
Which
a fine
Death Stalker's
episode.
a
Which
great
is
episode.
it is a great episode, but
it's a problematic episode.
it's out of time.
Yeah. 11 years later,
Yes.
it is a problematic
Yeah.
episode.
It's like, oh, I want to listen to your first episode. I'm like, no, I really did not start on a high note.
Yeah, well, that's the thing, too. People are like, I want to listen from the beginning. And it's like, no, you don't.
No.
You do not want to listen
No,
to some
pick
of
up
that.
at like
really,
episode 15.
yeah.
something.
Yeah, like you don't want to sit there and listen to us talk about Quick and Undead. I mean, Jesus Christ. Do something better with your life. And our second halves were terrible back then. Oh,
Our second halves have
Quick
always
and
been
the Undead. That was a thing.
yeah, it was
It
like
was like
episode
Chris
20 or
Kattan
something.
movie.
No, it was some zombie movie,
I think
but it
Chris
was set in the
Kattan
Old
was in it.
West. What I don't remember. I know Zark was there for it, but
Okay.
Oh, wow.
I
God.
honestly
Yeah,
have,
back
like,
in the day.
Wow.
I really have like no memory of that. I mean, I
Back when
know
we
I
had guests.
Quick of the Dead, like the Sharon
Yeah.
Stone thing. Same reason.
no, this was Quick and the Undead.
Yeah. See, it's a play on.
It's funnier if you explain it, actually.
I could not tell you anything about that movie now.
Oh, I have no recollection of it whatsoever.
I just remember the name.
I have one more anecdote.
Okay.
It's an LA anecdote. So I went to get pupusas for dinner one night.
Poo poo.
No,
Hey,
pupusas.
who ordered the poo-poo platter?
Pupusa.
It's sort of like a cornmealy thing with food in it. It's thin fried. It's really good. It's a pocket food, like a pasty.
Like you just pull it out and just be like, hey.
Yeah.
Oh, pasty.
So it's marsupial food.
Yes, marsupial.
Marsupial food.
Anyway, so
Fuck.
I've never gone to a person and ordered them before, so I was like a little bit nervous.
You've
and
never gone to a person and ordered? Ordered these things.
pupusas
Okay,
before,
okay.
yeah.
I was like, you've never ordered food from a human? Okay, yeah.
You've seen me order food from a human.
That's
Come
why
on.
I was questioning.
Please let him finish.
Anyway, so I'm like a little awkward because it's all these food stalls are run by authentic people of the culture from which the food is from also. And I didn't want to look like an idiot, so I'm standing there awkward, and I'm wearing my BMFcast shirt. And I finally get my order in, and the guy's like looking at me for like 10 seconds, saying nothing. And I'm like, we good? And he's like, Robot Jocks and Steve James. What movie is that Steve James from? Is that from I'm Gonna Get You, Sucker? And I'm like, what? Huh?
Who are you?
Oh, yes. I'm sorry. I forgot I was wearing my own T-shirt. Yes, this is from Robot Jocks, and this is Steve James. I do not know which movie it's from, and he starts just.
I think it's American Ninja 2. Right?
I'm pretty sure it was American
Yeah.
Ninja 2.
And I was like, I do not know, man. He starts rattling off American Ninjas, and I'm like,
Yeah.
You're right.
couldn't tell you which one it's from because
It's
I
two.
literally didn't make the shirt. I didn't pull the graphic that this was from. And I'm a dumbass.
I lived it.
And he's like, what is that, Bad Movie Friends or whatever? No, that was after I told him a Bad Movie Fiends.
Oh. Yeah.
He gave me the Bad Movie Friends, and I was like, no, it's Bad Movie Fiends. Like, we're fiending for bad movies. He's like, all right, cool. Your order will be up in 10 minutes.
That's great.
Let's put some extra pocket for you.
Right.
Yes.
I couldn't tell if it was because I was, because I had imbibed substances or if it was
Oh.
just a real awkward situation, but it was also a real
I've
awkward
had
situation.
someone identify Steve James off my shirt. That's happened to me.
I've never had somebody
Well,
get
that's
both.
how you know they're a good person.
Yeah.
Nobody's
Yeah.
ever gotten both at the, at the same time.
That's Steve James with a
I
robot.
mean, the crazy thing is like,
Yeah,
it was
that
someone
happens
I
often.
work with in a local office with like 30 people. I mean, really weird odds. That you would run into somebody and just be like, is that Steve James on your shirt? He's like, yes, it is. Talk to me more.
You are a good person.
We are now friends.
Bad
We
movie
might be.
friends.
Yes.
He actually had a really cool story. He's a little bit older than, well, maybe not Chuck, but no. I'm just kidding. It's just always funny, okay? He's a little bit older, and he was just talking about, like, going to, like, like grindhousey stuff in New York. He's from, like, New York area, like, back in the 80s.
How old do you think I am?
I'm kidding. I'm joking.
Very.
I'm just saying he was a little bit older. He was just talking about, like,
Yeah,
going to, like, the
60, 65.
I'm saying, like, he went to, like, before they cleaned up Times Square, and there
Sure.
was, like, all the dollar
Right.
theaters and the
Yeah,
grindhouse
it was
shit.
when it was awesome.
Yeah.
Well, he was also talking about, like, back in the day, before, like, there was pay-per-view, like, they would have, like, WrestleMania at Madison Square Garden, and then there'd be, like, another building with overflow seating that just had a TV.
Closed
that you could
closed
pay-
circuit,
Yeah,
yeah.
closed circuit, and you just, like, pay to watch that building. He's like he watched, like, I think he said he went to the first WrestleMania there, like, in one of those, in the overflow thing. Yeah.
Man, I bet that was fun.
I don't know. Anyway,
I'm in the overflow room.
just saying, that's, like, kind of cool. Anyway,
It is.
let's move on. Let's do a podcast.
Okay, let's move on.
I got one more anecdote.
He lying.
I lie.
Yeah, so I thought I had COVID. But I didn't. I just got normal sick
I thought
during
I
a
had-
fucking pandemic.
I thought I had mono once for an entire year. Just turned out I was
Really
really
bored.
There it is.
All right, and welcome to the BMFcast.
Hey! BMFcast.
BMFcast.
Hey, the harmony is back.
Yeah, episode 518.
Holy shit.
Yeah. If you subtract the 1 from the 5 and you have 8, you get 4 because there's 4 of us here.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't
Yeah.
know
Yeah.
numbers and stuff. Anyway, all 4 of us are here, and I am Harlow.
I'm Mackie.
I'm BJ.
I'm Chuck.
Yeah,
And,
what we do
Yeah,
each and
I
every,
was wondering,
huh? Yes.
what do you guys do here every week?
I think we go ahead and we watch ourselves a quote unquote bad movie here,
Yes.
and then we come in here and talk about it.
Correct.
I think after that they get ratings. Good bad movies, enjoyable bad movies, as in they get 1-5 Jocks, as in Robot Jocks.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah,
Robot
correct.
Jocks.
I remember
Robot
that. I've
Jocks.
Yes,
seen
Robot
that.
Jocks.
Have you ever
that
seen
movie
Robot
fucking
Jocks?
rules.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's pretty good.
That's a
You should
good
watch
basis
Robot Jocks.
for a judgment
Yeah.
system.
Yeah, it's a good rating.
Yeah,
scale.
like the average doofus would say that's a bad movie, but they're a fuckhead.
Yeah, because
'Cause
it's
that's
a
a great
good
movie.
bad
Yeah.
movie.
Right.
A great
you know,
bad movie.
the average doofus.
Yeah.
Hi, I'm average doofus.
Well, I'm just saying.
The doofy of the earth would say that.
I just say, generally speaking, everyone is a doofus, and then you become a fuckhead if you're like, Robot Jocks is a bad movie. And
Oh,
I'm like,
right.
yeah.
Excuse me, Mr. Doofus.
Yeah.
I'm
Speaking of
sorry,
bad movies,
Dr. Fuckhead.
Oh no.
Speaking of movies, if there's like a bad movie,
There
like
are
not,
bad movies.
Yeah, yeah,
As a
those.
stay away.
Yeah, what do those
however,
get?
they get a negative sliding scale, 1-5 bags.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, they're like giant bags of trash that we're going to take those
Oh, okay.
bad
Oh, yeah.
movies.
Yeah.
Yeah, like you bag on it.
You got you got your jocks in your bags.
Right.
That's
I
good.
get it.
Right.
I get
Garbage in that bag. And
it.
they
You guys
tie it
really
up.
thought this stuff out.
We did not.
No.
Oh,
It's evolved over
Yeah.
time.
we just kind of ran with it.
yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
I feel like the bags. I don't know what to do with those. Like we haven't known what to do with that. It's floated around.
Yeah.
It,
Yeah.
it
We're
just sounds
stuck.
good.
We're
Jocks
stuck.
versus bags. It
Bags.
works, man.
Bags.
Jocks.
So, what did we watch this week?
A movie.
Well, it was such a dream that we were all together that we decided to watch 1989's Nightmare Beach.
Oh, nice one.
Ooh, Nightmare
nice one. That was
Beach.
good.
That's right.
That was a good job. You did that well. I can't. We can't beat that. Let's just go home.
Yeah, it's a horror movie.
It is. It was horror week, so we had to
yeah.
watch a horror movie. Plus,
Oh, horror week.
We're saying
what secret theme are we on, Chuck?
no. It's just we have a horror week every month, and that was this week.
What?
Yes, we've been over this.
Sure.
But also-
even I didn't know this.
Oh my god,
No,
we've so
we
been
have
over
not.
this.
I was
We have
unaware of
so
this.
been over this.
You've been over this in your
I
head.
just showed up.
No, listen, you guys don't come to meetings.
You haven't told us. If it's been a thing, I've been asking you about the fucking secret theme for how long now?
There's no secret theme. The only thing
Apparently
I will say,
the secret theme is once a month.
Hey! Squash the weird beef, guys. I was just joking.
Yeah,
No, Weird
hashtag
Beef is
Weird
back.
Beef.
I just really don't care. I'm just surprised. This is new shit that's come to light, man.
with this, we are also starting to say goodbye to summer because summer is ending. Even though this is a spring break movie, it's still at the beach. So
Yeah.
It makes sense.
'Twas a pinball summer. Now we're carrying
Well,
on.
we just finished Labor Day, so we took it back to no, that doesn't even work.
No.
I was gonna say it's not spring break's not even a Memorial Day thing.
nope,
It's an
it's an Easter thing. This
Yeah.
is an Easter movie.
It's an Easter movie. Yeah. Who's in it? Some people are in it.
Who's in?
Yeah, I can tell you, John Saxon is probably the one everyone would recognize the quickest.
Sure.
Been in some extras: Moonshine County Express, Running Scared, and some Prime movies: The Final Alliance and Maximum Force.
Yes.
If you can tell me which one Maximum Force was among all those Force movies, I will give you $1.
It
I
was
think
the
that's-
one with the most force.
I think it's the one.
Aside from the one with John Saxon.
Yeah, no, I was gonna say I think it's the one with the ogre dude, not ogre. John. No.
That was One Man Force.
Damn it.
You're wrong.
Fuck. That was the only Force movie I remember. And I was like, it's gonna be the guy from the Goonies.
Nope. Sorry, that was One Man Force. Also, Lance,
Jason Mantzoukas or whatever his name was.
not him.
No.
Also, Lance Legault of Iron Eagle. Also, he was apparently the guy who was chasing down the 18.
Yes, that's whenever I see him, I'm like, oh, it's the guy who's chasing the 18.
Yeah, I will say the lead actor,
B team.
Nicholas de Toth, has become an editor in Hollywood. And he edited an
big-time
extra
editor.
movie, Hitman Agent 47.
Yeah.
He was the editor on that.
No, we didn't do that one yet.
I thought you did that
No,
one.
we did Hitman.
Oh.
We haven't gotten to Hitman Agent 47.
Oh, okay.
So
My
that one's
mistake.
coming.
But yeah, Gunpowder Milkshake,
Yeah.
The Commuter, X-Men Origins Wolverine.
The sum of all fears. I
Yeah,
mean, this
Live
dude,
Free or Die Hard,
like, congratulations, dude.
Terminator
no,
3.
No, if you had anything to do with Live Free or Die Hard, uncongratulations.
Well, maybe he.
No, that was the fourth one.
Yeah, the fourth one is
That wasn't the terrible one.
Oh, is it
the Timothy Oliphant one.
Yeah.
That was
That was Live Free or Die
A Good
Hard.
Day to Die Hard.
A Good Day to Die
yeah,
Hard is the one that
sorry.
Yeah,
doesn't
that's
exist.
Yeah.
we will no longer talk about
No,
that.
I don't know.
that didn't happen. I don't know what
I
that
just
is.
made that up.
Yeah, you did.
Also, Michael Parks. I don't know if he's been in any BMFcast stuff, but
Did I not?
you know Michael Parks.
I didn't put Michael Parks on the list?
Nope.
Oh, that's right. No, this was his first BAMFcast appearance. That's why.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
How does that happen?
The man's had a weird career.
Yeah, I guess.
You go through it and you're like, that's okay. I mean, I know who you are, but probably just because you hung out with Tarantino a lot towards the end there and played the same character in like 8 movies,
Yeah, pretty much.
even though you died in the first one.
Yeah,
Where did
pretty
he
much.
first show up? Kill Bill? Is that where?
From Dusk Till Dawn.
Oh, yeah,
He was
that's true,
the
yeah.
Texas Marshal
Yeah,
who came
yeah,
in
okay.
and died.
Yeah, I mean, because it like continues into like Red State, because he's basically kind of the same character in there. No, he's the fucking crazy.
Yeah, no, he's
the
the-
crazy
yeah.
Reverend dude.
Yeah.
No, what I'm trying to think like he. I know it was, yeah, I don't know that weird
Yeah.
character that just kept going.
Right.
Anyway, pretty much everybody else in this movie, like, either did this movie and then stopped doing movies, or they did like soap operas. It's a very odd pipeline, but that's what it is.
Yeah, some people went on to keep working, and other people were like, "Nah, I'm good."
Yeah.
Nah, they probably just got pulled out of the crowd. They're like, "Hey, you've got the look. Why don't you read these lines?"
I mean, the one girl, Kimberly, wasn't bad. Honestly, I'd probably say she was probably a better actress than the lead actress was.
Yeah,
Which one is this? I
She was the
She was
one,
the hooker.
the hooker.
Oh, okay.
Mom's apple pie.
The one I
4th
thought
of
was
July.
The lady.
Molly Hagan.
Yeah.
From Some Kind of Wonderful. And as I said to Chuck, because we're the weird kind of people that are like, the lady that was one of the voices on Herman's Head.
Herman's Head. You know, that lady. I was like, yeah.
No, I just say this is how Chuck and I talk to
One
each
of the
other.
voices in Herman's head.
Yes. We're like, we have this weird simpatico, like, remember
We know stuff.
Misfits of Science. And
That's
one
because y'all
season
get together
TV
every
shows.
time. Every time we're not present, y'all are present with each other.
Oh, yeah. We're omnipresent.
Mind melding.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So wait,
I
so
assume that you guys
Yeah.
just hang out every day of
Yeah,
the week.
we're going to be Charlo. That's going to be our celebrity couple.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
I like that.
Charlo.
Yeah. I'm putting Chuck first because, I'm that kind of person.
Yeah.
yeah, it
you're
rolls
a-
off the tongue better than Haruk.
That's what you guys did when you drank that Mountain Dew.
That's the
Isn't that also the sound that
Haruk is
Goofy
the
makes?
German version of your
Yes.
pairing.
Right.
Right. It's also the German version of Goofy.
Oh man.
No,
So-
their Goofy doesn't laugh.
Right.
'Cause he knows
Oh,
no
it
humor.
wasn't a laugh.
It's just
the
a haruk.
yuck is haruk in German is a very terrible thing.
Yeah.
It was actually a war crime.
Haruk in German.
As
is a
German war
really
crimes go,
terrible
it's
thing.
low on the list. But
The Haruk trials didn't go well for Germany at all. Oh man. So that's Nightmare Beach.
Well, welcome
Yeah.
back, everybody.
Welcome back from our 1,000-year Haruk.
I'm
Man,
glad I showed up to fuck up everything here.
people take some time off and come back with jokes.
Jokes. Who's making jokes?
Well, words.
I'm just sitting here drinking flaming hot Mountain Dew and
Yeah, you are.
clearing my sinuses
and
every
just
few
Haruking
sips.
all over the place.
Man, you broke BJ. I've never seen it. I'm over here calm as day, and BJ's fucking lost it. It's amazing.
This is a rarity.
This- probably-
Like where Chuck's like, that's not funny.
That's not very funny. You don't know what you're
You
saying.
don't joke about Haruking.
BJ is just like, oh my dear God.
If you've been Haruked once, you would never joke
Yeah,
about it.
you just don't know.
I have a cousin from Haruk. How dare you?
We'll be right back, everybody.
He's still recovering. Like, what did I do?
What part was it? Was it just all the is it everything? Okay. I just was wondering if it was like one particular thing. We always have to get our report
See, this is
card
what we do with Chuck. Is like we just find that button and we keep hammering it, and we
we
just
almost-
found BJ's button, so it's time to just keep pressing
Yeah.
that button till
Hit
it
that
stops
I
working.
think we
Hammer
all
my button.
we all asked for the report card though. Which one was? What was it?
Yeah.
For my notebook, which
Yeah.
one was it?
Well, I really need to know. So when I do open mic night,
I got to tighten up the graphics. I'll be able to read.
I just think war crimes are hilarious.
You said it, brother. Oh man.
Only specific ones.
Yeah.
Only fake ones.
whoo, the magic is back.
Yeah. So Nightmare Beach.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is one of those Italian-made. Bunch of Italians came to Florida in the '80s and were like, "Let's make it a movie," and they did.
Come on, man.
It's exactly how it happened. Let's make it a movie.
And they did. They made a movie.
They were actually
And
going
they
to film
called
it.
it Nightmare Beach.
The problem is they were actually going to film in Dayton, Ohio, but because they're Italian, they ended up at Daytona.
Oh. That would have been weird.
Nightmare Beach in Dayton, Ohio.
Yes. It would have been a little strange.
Yeah. There's just a creek. They keep going to the beach. Yeah.
Yeah.
But
I
yeah,
have a
it
nightmare
is-
about a beach coming to Ohio.
But this is like this is firmly in my area now. I'm realizing it's just Italians making stupid American, especially horror movies.
Yeah.
Yeah. Though this one, I mean, like, this is no Killer Crocodile. I'll say that. Like as far as like production goes, way better made than Killer Crocodile.
You're probably right.
That like.
But it also takes away from a lot of the charm because it's like,
Yes.
well, I think there's something. I don't know. I feel like there's something kind of fun and familiar about taking characters that aren't acting like humans anyway and putting them in a place that you're not familiar with. And I think for us, we've all been to Daytona. We're
Yeah.
from Florida.
Yep.
Yeah.
And it's just like, yep, that's shitty Daytona in 1988, 89.
Sure is.
Yeah, I guess a lot of the loose footage is from there, but the rest of it was filmed in North Miami Beach.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah,
Is that where Manatee County or the sheriff?
Yeah,
is?
I guess so.
Because like all of they like shot a bunch of second unit stuff in Daytona during actual spring break.
Yeah.
Then they realized we can't film a movie during this, so they came back later
Yeah.
and went to a different beach and just filmed a bunch of close-ups.
Yeah.
So like when they're at wet t-shirts contests and stuff, that's why when you see the two actors, they're just in like a two-shot by themselves because they ain't there.
Yeah.
They didn't get to see the titties.
Oh, that's a shame.
Those poor actors.
Yeah.
How would they have ever gotten by?
Shame. Those handsome actors didn't get to see spring break titties.
Yeah, but
They were on Beaver Patrol.
yes. The movie begins with a biker dude. I don't remember his name, but I remember his middle name is Diablo.
Diablo. That's all that matters.
That's all they
Yeah.
ever call him for the rest of the
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, they even give him the dignity of his biker name when they're sentencing him to death.
Yeah, they're like, Frank Diablo,
Yeah.
we're
Frank.
giving you the chair.
Yes.
And it's weird because, like, as I mentioned, when this is happening, it's an execution where nothing goes wrong.
Nope.
It's literally like they put the thing on
Well,
him.
I
They're
mean-
like, any last words? And he's like, fuck you.
It goes kind of badly for Diablo.
It does.
Well, it goes how it's supposed to go.
It goes exactly how it's supposed to.
It goes to plan. Let's
Sure.
put it that
I mean,
way.
yes, okay.
But yeah, but
Like the power
it's-
doesn't go out.
Yeah, the
or-
power doesn't go out. The
yeah,
lightning
he-
doesn't strike
he doesn't
it.
set it, on fire.
Yeah,
Yeah.
The hood doesn't burst into flame.
He doesn't stand up and go, "I'll get you for this" or anything like that.
He does say, "I'm innocent. I'm going to come get you."
Yeah.
Because apparently he is being convicted for the murder of the lead character's sister,
Yes.
and she is in the audience watching, as is John Saxon.
Mm-hmm.
And Michael Parks is the doctor who does declare him dead.
Yes.
But yeah, but it's just like literally they pull an actual like electric switch on the wall.
Yeah, it's just a breaker switch.
Yeah, I would love to see one that's just like a light switch, like like execute that man, and you just flick the switch on. Or if it's on a dimmer.
Yeah, I was
you
gonna say if
just
it had
turn
like a
up.
slider. Yeah. Just like
We're going to crank you up to full voltage.
All right, I'm gonna
slow
take you up
cook
a little bit now. You feeling it? All right.
You know a slight tickle? Look.
Yeah, but anyway, yes, that he is dead,
Yes.
and
He is dead.
He is pronounced dead,
And-
which is pronounced dead.
yep, and cut to spring break.
Yes.
Woohoo! Spring break,
Hell yeah.
1988, spring break.
It is 1988's spring breaking.
Yeah, and and even though I was very young at that time, I could tell you that's pretty much what 1988 spring break was.
Oh, yeah.
Insanity.
This was
Like-
a lot of mullets, a lot of cop stashes.
Well, yeah, and I know it's a little like not inside baseball, but it's like Florida. It's weird to see a beach just loaded with cars like that, and
Right.
cars driving up and down, and like cars parked like right near the surf because they kind of stopped all that like 15, 20 years ago,
Yeah.
and like you just don't.
More than that, I think. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's only like 3 miles of beach left in Florida that you can drive on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but this is like cars and people just like RVs parked on the beach, like just craziness, and it's unnerving to see because we're so used to just like no, you park somewhere and have to walk a mile to the damn beach just
Yes.
to get there.
Yep. Used
yeah.
to be better at Nightmare Beach.
It wasn't. I went to Daytona when you could drive on it. That was bad.
Yeah.
It was.
Yeah.
People got run over all the
Yeah,
time.
that is why that one girl got her head run over and the
That
laws
was-
changed.
That was in St. Augustine.
Yep, it was. Yeah.
Yeah.
But anyway, our two characters, main characters, well, but Skip and Ronnie, they're here for spring break. Woo!
Pussy.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah.
Well, Beaver.
They're just rolling in the Chrysler LeBaron.
The
Down-
coolest car that a couple of young bucks on spring break.
Oh, yeah. In 1988, that was a hot ride. Convertible LeBaron.
It certainly does wonders for them.
Does it?
Does
no, it does not. Well, it does wonders for them because they get to park wherever they want to.
Yeah.
True, they do have the LeBaron privilege.
Yep. But yeah, they just end up going around. They check into the hotel. It's a lot of excuses to show a lot of chicks in bikinis.
Yes.
You know, which all right, and it's party time. Like, you know, like people like get throwing pools. One girl's checking into the hotel, and the hotel owner, who is clearly a pervert, says, "I gave you the mirror room," and she's like, "Why would I want a mirror?"
Yeah.
And he doesn't respond, and it's like, "So you can do your hair?"
No.
I don't
He's
know.
just like, whatever.
Well,
Yeah.
he said it was covered in mirrors.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I gave you covered in mirrors.
Which clearly has the peephole in it, which it does. Comes back later.
Yeah.
But we're also introduced, like, there's a lot of just random little side people that show up. There's the one, like, shady dude who keeps stealing everybody's wallets.
that guy does not get a payoff.
Oh,
Yeah, he doesn't.
That's bullshit.
There's also a guy who keeps pretending to be murdered somehow.
He's just pulling pranks the
Yeah,
entire time.
But they all involve like I'm dead or I've been injured or
he was a shark.
He's a big,
He
he's
was a shark.
He's a big square, like an L7,
yes.
because he likes to pretend that he's dead.
Yeah, but this guy, he's... All right. I have been to spring break, many a spring break. There are only two things you do at spring break.
Uh-huh.
You drink and you get laid.
Yeah.
You don't play pranks where you get murdered and piss everyone off.
Well, I just
That
like
does
guy
not
does.
tend to get you laid.
I like that he's just like this region's prankster. Like in this region, this certain subset of spring breakers, there will be this guy
Yeah.
pulling pranks on them. Like he is just their entertainment.
Yeah. But he's also one of those things like, did this guy ever exist? Really?
Oh, I bet that guy existed once, and he got the shit beaten out of him.
I mean, he
the
is
second prank he pulled, he got pulverized.
Well, I was gonna say the second prank he pulled, he got shot by the deputy.
Yes.
because yeah,
Oh, yeah, I didn't mention that deputy was in Killer Crocodile.
he was. Yeah. There's a very
He only has a few lines, but he has a really good, basically the guy is wearing a shark suit in the water with the fin, and girl runs out, "Shark, oh my God." And then
he just unloads his weapon.
he unloads, and then the guy comes over, he's like, "Don't shoot me." And he's like, "God damn it. Get the..."
yeah, he's super pissed off.
He has a good angry reaction to it. But yeah, he's the dude in Killer Crocodile that had basically paid off to get all the stuff dumped there.
Yeah.
Oh, that
And
guy.
he gets his
Yeah.
comeuppance on the boat
He
later.
sure does.
But yeah, so another alumnus that I forgot to mention.
Alumnus.
I don't even know his name.
Good sir.
Good, yes. Sir Good, yes.
Dr. Crocodile.
Docodile.
Yeah. So anyway, they've introduced these things.
Yeah. The lady who was checking in to get the mirror room that she didn't wanted is a whore.
In the
Literal sense.
a
Yes.
prostitute.
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, it's a real strange one because like she's got a panhandler story for prostituting, which it's like I don't think anyone needs to have this stuff. I mean, it's just weird. It's like
It's
hey,
an elaborate cover story.
I just don't
Yeah.
understand. It's like like when was this ever a thing where you? I mean, I guess to avoid like the Vice Squad, you might have these stories, but it's like she's following it through till the morning, like this elaborate, like, oh, I'm not really.
She's suckering. She's
Yeah.
getting extra pity money, I think.
I suppose,
Like,
sure.
Because they're
Yeah.
paying her with checks.
well, one guy pays her with a check. The other two guys
Yeah.
pay her with cash.
That
She's-
check bounced.
She's just making up stuff about like dead parents or having to drop out of school and all this bullshit. And it's like, okay,
Yeah.
all right.
But at least she switches it up because it's law school, it's medical school. It's
She's wearing
different.
a nurse outfit at one point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But she's very, I don't want to say agreeable, but she's very like, I'm okay with this life. Like you never see her like,
yeah.
another fat guy. It's just, thanks, sweetie. And then she just goes in and puts on her Garfield shirt or whatever. And it's just, she's totally fine with this. Like this character has no arc and really
No.
only exists to get killed. But it's just funny that they spend so much time with her.
Well, that's the
But
thing.
they also
Having
don't
the
spend a
movie is-
whole lot of time. Like
No.
once they do the introduction, it's like a couple breezy.
But they cut back to her like 3 or 4 times.
do.
They
with her
establish
little
the
thing.
shit out of her job,
Right.
And have Skip walk by her in the hallway several times, like she's going to join this adventure at some point.
Well, he's checking her out on the street and she's just like looking at a dress, and he's just, as you said, it's like he just gets us like, ladies be shopping, look, and it's like, okay, but they do seem to set up like. Because it's what's even weirder about that shot of him, quote unquote meeting the prostitute lady is it's just after he's walked out of the bar and met the bartender who is the main
Yes.
actress.
Who is the one who
Yeah.
was at the execution because her sister was killed
Right.
by Diablo, which we don't know.
She's like the frumpiest bartender. I mean,
Oh,
granted,
God, she hates being a bartender.
Granted-
Oh yeah, she hates being
She's
a bartender.
surly
but-
as shit.
I get it because I mean his douchebag friend who the mesh shirt wide receiver kid,
Ronnie Rivera.
yeah, like literally walks in and says the line I don't think I've actually ever heard someone say in a
Oh,
movie.
people say it all the time, and this guy is
No,
exactly.
no. I know people say it in real life. I honestly don't think I've ever like actually personally heard anyone say this for real.
Oh, okay.
It's like it's sort of like the loose cannon thing. To me, it's just this like I guess people say that a lot, but I never hear it in movies or in real life ever. But yeah, he's just like you'd be a lot prettier if you smiled more, and it's just like that's a real shitty thing to say, but also you're right because also why are you so frumpy?
Well,
yeah,
She's
it's
not even
obvious-
frumpy. She's like angry.
Yeah.
yeah, she's mad. And
well, she's also
if you
just
worked in a
bad
like, if you
actress.
worked in a bar like that, you would be mad too.
I know. I
Like-
think I'm sorry, but the actress is not doing any favors because it's all
She's
she's-
giving it an active bitch face.
she is doing the child acting thing of just I am reading all of my things in monotone and this is my reaction, and it's just like you're older than that, like
Yeah.
yeah, you know what I mean. It's like someone should be able to say like maybe not so wooden. You're not 7.
It almost seemed like her anger was directed at having to be in this movie.
Sure.
It comes
Yeah.
it comes across that way.
That
It's like I
easy.
get it. Your character is upset because your sister was killed.
But it's made even weirder because, like, all right, so the backstory of the two jock dudes are here. They just lost the Orange Bowl
They
because
did, yeah.
Captain Quarterback threw an interception in the last quarter.
Yep.
And he's fucking heartbroken about it. It's like his lifelong dream was to win the championship. And so he's just frumping too. And then she's like, oh.
She likes his.
Well,
frumping.
as I said,
It's a
it's like,
kindred spirit.
yeah, he's like, this is the only person in this room of people having fun that is also not having fun. I love him.
And also, the one person in my place of business who does not want to partake in my alcohol wares.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because he's constantly like, she's like, "Do you want this beer?" And he's like, "No." And she's like, "Aw." And it's like, the fuck? You work at a bar. How is that charming?
Yeah.
Well, he's also the only one that's not like actively treating her like shit.
Sure.
Everybody
Sure.
else is treating
Again,
her like shit.
I get it all, but it's like it never. There's only like one scene where it wears off, where she actually looks like she's having a good time.
Wears off.
That's when she gets home from the
She's
date
wearing
thing with
an
him,
incredibly
and-
too short skirt.
Hey, it's the 80s, man.
Yeah,
Lay off.
I know, but it's also
She
like
works in a bar.
whatever. I'm just saying, it's like it's a t-shirt.
It is. It's a t-shirt with a belt.
Okay, but anyway, that's the only time she's like, I'm actually happy, and this guy is great, I guess, and
He
life
sleeps
might
on
be
the
okay.
couch.
She's
Yeah.
finally got some joy dripping into her life.
I suppose, yes, fine, sure.
Yeah.
But this is not a movie that's like exploring the deep, dark, gritty,
No.
like aftermath of having a sibling murdered and your parents die somehow. I don't know.
No.
I'm just saying, like this is a weird character arc for your last, your final girl, whatever.
That's
You
the
know
thing
what I mean?
is all these characters, every single character
Yeah.
in this movie has a character arc that goes fucking nowhere.
yeah, that's what I mean. It's like
All of them.
no one. I think this just feels like a disjointed thing where it's like you're not even following anything close to the thriller / horror movie rules because you're like the pickpocket guy where it's just like he's a piece of shit and like walking around like, hey man, look at everything that's awesome, what's that over there, and I just yanked your wallet, man. And it's like, yeah, he never comes back up. It's just
No.
the prankster guy dies off camera, I think.
He dies off camera. They find him on
Yeah.
camera,
Yeah,
they
but
find
like
his
his
body,
death is
but-
off camera, and it's like,
Okay.
what does this scene really do
and
for the
then
movie?
and then just random people that like literally have shown up 5 seconds before the murderer comes in.
Yeah.
Get murdered.
One lady gets a
Yeah.
saw death where it's like, the fuck?
Like
Why does this lady get this so bad?
her only thing. I don't. Maybe this wasn't her. I don't know. But there's some lady who like her only part in the movie was reacting to the prank guy pranking something, and it's just like that. Really bad line range. Just like, you're a jerk. You're an idiot. You suck. And then 2 seconds later, she's like walking into her room to change and murder. She's like, I'm here to murder.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, there is
I
one.
thought that was Hooker Lady. That,
No.
No.
She
This
She
was
died-
lady
she-
who got in the RV.
She died after Hooker Lady died
oh
after
yeah,
she
RV.
found the
Okay,
peeping
yeah,
Tom.
not
Yeah.
room
Yeah.
RV.
Yeah, she got conked with a
Yeah,
hook.
there's
You're
one other character that never really pays off either, and it's the Reverend's daughter, who keeps showing up as like him going, "Honey, let's go to prayer time," and she's like, "No, it's spring break. I'm 18. I'm going to go out and have fun, live my life."
He's trying to prevent her. Spoiler alert! He's trying to prevent her from sinning, so that he doesn't have to
Yeah.
murder his own daughter.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. I mean,
Murder
but that's-
his own
that's the- That's
daughter.
the only.
If he eliminates all the sin from Daytona Beach, then she will be pure
It's like
again.
she exists
Right.
only to have the Reverend show up once in a while.
Yes.
Yeah.
Otherwise, because the character reveal is just like, who's this guy? The guy from the execution at the beginning? That doesn't
Yeah,
make sense.
and he's the dude from the 18.
yes.
But and John Saxon is the police chief, I guess.
Sure.
Did they ever establish that he's the police chief?
yes, he
I
is.
think so, yeah,
Okay.
because I mean he's answering to the mayor, who's just.
Yeah.
I love the mayor character. Just like his reaction to fucking everything is, oh God, Jesus Christ, fucking shit.
Yeah.
yeah, and even in front of the mayor or the referee, because it's just like, oh, sorry, fuck,
Yeah.
or whatever.
He's trying to the
I don't
character
know,
again. This is supposed to be the mayor from Jaws, which is just like if the word of the murders gets out, we're ruined. Spring
We've
Break,
got to close the beaches.
it'll never come back again. But the news gets out
Yeah, I was
and
gonna
nothing
say,
changes,
like,
and
all right, yeah, I was gonna say, let me. The nuance.
We've
of the,
learned people don't react well to imminent death outside. They go, "Fuck it, I don't care."
Yeah, I
Spring
just
break.
I want to cover like the conspiracy part of this movie
Okay.
just for a second
Sure.
because like all right, so
yes,
it's the Jaws Amity. Like if people find out there's murders, no one's going to spring break here, and we're fucking finished. We're ruined. Blah 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 blah. Okay, as you said, I don't even remember like what the reasoning. I think the sister just died before the movie even started.
correct. That's who was that.
That's the
they were
first
executing
murder.
Diablo for
But
that.
but
murder.
what's strange is like, I guess because I'm looking at it through a lens of like I live in America and I know how long things take. Again, reality. It doesn't make any sense that like somebody was murdered probably 2 years ago.
Oh, at least.
Yeah, you know what I mean. Like I mean,
At
at
least.
least 2 years. That 2 years would be an extremely speedy trip from trial to death row.
Yes.
but like, or to execution, I should say.
Right.
And so like, and then never struck again. Like in this gap, And but the movie's treating it like, yeah, she was murdered like last week. He was executed yesterday, and anyway, here I am. I'm sour.
It's Florida,
Yeah.
so I mean, it could happen.
Possibly, sure. But okay, so
We used to love
The
killing
red-
people with the electric chair.
It did, yeah.
the red herring of this movie is this goes out of its way to be like it's John Saxon. He's fucking evil. Like he's a corrupt cop. Like at first you're just like, oh, he's just a guy taking the marching orders of this shitty mayor, and then it's like, oh no, very clearly he's totally a part of this, and actually may have had something to do with his sister's killing and the frame. It totally had something to do with the framing of the motorcycle gang. leader.
Well, his character, so it's weird because he is he's super into the cover up, even though the cover up part really doesn't affect him.
and that's what I was going to get to because Federico Rodrigo, whatever his name is, his friend
Ronnie Rivera,
Ronnie Rivera. Okay,
wide receiver,
Sorry, I knew it was an alliteration name. I just couldn't remember.
Beaver Inspector.
Yes. So he-
Golden receiver Ronnie Rivera.
So I believe he is the second or third victim because I mean, there's the original one who we never saw. I think there's
There's the lady, the
yeah,
hitchhiker lady.
Yeah, there's one random hitchhiker lady, and then he's the third victim. But like, he's the one where it's like they sort of offhandedly talk about, oh, just get rid of the lady who died, or no, their excuse for that is she died outside of our county line.
Outside the
Not
county
our-
line.
Not our problem. He's the first one that dies in Disney property or whatever, and so like they're like take him to the quarry and fucking bury him. And everyone agrees, like the
phosphorus
John,
mines.
Yeah, John Saxon agrees because he's into this cover-up thing. The coroner, whatever he is, medical examiner guy, agrees because he's fucking
because
he's Michael Parks. And
because
he's
the mayor
shady.
blackmails him and says, if you don't go along with this,
Yeah.
I will tell the press about you giving pills to all your spring breaker boys.
Yeah.
And he's like, go, sweet booze, take me away.
So
So
but,
he's
yes,
he's
but-
compromised, like he's fucked.
Yeah, but in the meantime, so like this sets our main character off into like, where's my friend, and befriends the bartender, and they're running around looking for his friend and engaging people.
Mm-hmm.
But meanwhile, someone else has been murdered, like literally dropped in front of City Hall with a chalk outline, and the whole, as you said, the whole fucking it's on the paper.
Yeah.
The cover up is gone.
Yeah.
like it is done. It is toast.
Yeah.
and then there is a scene where it's like John Saxon directly, like, okay, eventually through a lot of the movie, main dude finds his friend buried in the quarry because eventually he confronts the medical examiner and says,
Yes.
"The fuck, where's my
Takes
friend?"
him hostage with a screwdriver.
Yeah, I know you're lying because you're Michael Parks and you're
Look at you.
Yeah,
You're a sweaty idiot.
and so he's like, "Dear God, he's dead." And John Saxon just shows up and be like, "Get the fuck out of town, or I'll put you next." So basically, just like, yeah, we covered it up.
Basically says, "I'll frame you for his murder
Yeah,
if you don't leave
Yeah,
town."
you touch the shovel, I'll make it the murder weapon. Get the fuck out of town. So he's just straight up threatened, said we're covering up, And again, this movie is like, as I said to Chuck somewhere midway, because we've done so many extra things in like the 60s and 70s and even early 80s where it's like, we're in bumfuck West Virginia. There's no phone service. The local sheriffs are evil. We're fucked. Because what do you do? Like,
Yes.
there's a gas shortage.
There's nothing you can. You're trapped in this.
It costs my entire
bumblefuck
week's
town.
paycheck, and
Yeah.
I can't go anywhere.
Yeah.
But this is
Truck
like
blew an axle.
this is like in fucking Daytona in almost the 90s.
Yeah.
There are phones everywhere. There are cell
Yeah.
phones at this point in time. Call the goddamn FBI. Like
Yeah.
this local bumfuck sheriff has just directly threatened you and said that he's covering up murders and
Yeah,
stuff.
you were not trapped in this
you were
town.
not trapped.
You
And
were,
so-
you were not helpless
but
in
they're
any way.
just continuing the charade of like, we've got to yes, I know I said charade instead of charade.
You did.
But
Sharad's one of my favorite singers.
yeah, it's pretty good. Anyway, they just keep it up and just keep this whole like dumb Jaws thing going, despite the fact that it's like totally out in the open. Everyone knows about the murders. In fact, like when another murder is, I think it's the print guys discovered it. It's in the middle of a concert, and like everyone's like, another murder, fucking run! like it's bees
Yeah.
or a shark. Like if you don't run, you've got to like.
Murder could happen at any
Well, I
moment.
mean, like standing in a crowd at a concert's probably your best bet for not getting murdered.
Yeah,
by-
like if the murderer was there, they might get one additional person, but then the other 900 people in the crowd would go, "Get that guy! That's the murderer."
yeah, case closed.
But let's talk about the shark for a second, because
Okay.
after the execution, the town evil triumvirate who are hiding everything find out that Diablo's body has been stolen from the cemetery, and then right after that is when the hitchhiker gets killed, which she gets picked up on a rad motorcycle, which has some weird contraption on it that you got to hit 2 buttons and it electrocutes her and flames shoot out of her mouth.
Well, it's got to go both ways. AC/DC.
Okay.
Yeah.
So he's the killer is wearing a motorcycle outfit with a dark helmet and has a motorcycle and
Also, an amazing soundtrack every time he shows up.
Yes,
he's got
he
a
has
fucking
this-
ripping ass
he
soundtrack.
has this one
he's
murder
supposed to
tune.
got a pitchfork as part of
Yes.
the
Yes.
backrest of the
Yeah.
passengers.
this bike is rad.
It's also like a Goldwing, so it's not a very cool
I was gonna say,
motorcycle.
Best you could do.
But it actually, it being a Goldwing, tips you off to who it is. Because, like, only old men ride Goldwings. They have reverse.
Well, there's a lot of
Like,
old men in this movie, so
There's one old man, and it's, yeah.
there's one older man than
old-
the
what-
other older men.
It's Old Man Higgins.
But so you that's the premise, and throughout the entire film, everyone just keeps speculating like, I bet Diablo's alive, and people are kind of like,
Well,
"Yeah,
and also
maybe,
like the
yeah."
reverence, the main one is like, oh, I don't know, maybe he came back, and I love that's of course another time the mayor's like, Jesus Christ, and I'm like, yeah, like him.
Uh-huh, yeah.
Thank you for the example.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, and I mean, at
Direct
the time,
comparison.
there were a lot of supernatural horror movies.
Yes.
Yes.
So it's like, okay, yeah.
Yeah, so, but I mean, just being like the one guy who jumps to the like, it could be the ghost of fucking Diablo is the killer by the end. It's just
Well,
it's-
he's setting up a dumb alibi.
I understand. That.
But like even like John Saxon's like, yeah, I've seen that happen before, or no, that's Michael Parks.
Michael Parks is like, yeah, I've heard of it happening. It's very rare.
Yeah.
It's unlikely, but it could be.
Yeah.
Like, sometimes when someone receives a great enough shock, they go into a catatonic state
Yeah.
that makes it look like they're dead.
Right.
It's like, okay, fucking Dr. Idiot. Dr. Bourbon.
Yeah. So throughout the entire film, and because of the time period and the kind of movie this is, you're like, okay, this is Shocker. This is the first Power. This is one of those things
And
where
he also seems to be able to like just appear places.
Yes.
Like he's doing the Jason thing where it's like, okay, Jason was here, but now he's suddenly behind me.
well, there's 2 Jasons because you've got Biker Jason and you've also got John Saxon Jason because
Cop
whenever Skip goes somewhere and is either confronted by or just starts having a conversation with someone, all of a sudden, woo! And then John Saxon has rolled up like, what's all this then? And it's like, are you just following him around? You for half the movie, you didn't even know who he was. Like, why are you following him? You have
Yeah.
literally no idea who he is. But yeah, so there's the biker gang, the demons, that Diablo used to be the leader of.
Oh, I thought it was the Daemons.
No.
No, okay.
No.
It was the logo from the Italian movie Demone.
It was.
So you were close.
Yes. They are now led by a total idiot who is speaking phonetically because that guy
Yeah.
is the least menacing person I have ever seen. And they just kind of, I don't know, they just roll in and roll out, basically. They either arrive
show
at
up
their
to threaten
hideout.
people.
Yeah. It's like, we're at the bar, and then John Saxon's like, you get out of here, and they're like,
Yeah, the only thing they actually do is beat the shit out of
Ronnie Rivera.
Wide
receiver.
wide receiver Ronnie Rivera, number 85, number one in your hearts. Ronnie Rivera.
Bow your hearts.
But yeah, they beat the shit out of him because he gets drunk and I guess he's just a target. Whatever.
No, he's trying to hook up. Well,
he's trying to hook up with anybody, and she lures him back to the
Right.
alleyway just to get the shit
former
kicked out of him.
girlfriend.
This was a revenge plot because the first time they came out of the bar, the bikers were all surrounding his car, which he parked
No,
illegally.
they pulled up
Yeah, he
in the
did
middle
tell
of
him
all
to
the
fuck
bikers,
Yeah.
and just like got out of their fucking LeBaron, like, "Sup, guys?" And they're like, "What the fuck are you doing?
and then
Biker parking only."
yeah,
And then
the cops showed up and
yeah.
told him
well,
to buzz
the
off.
Skip or whatever was just like, "Oh, okay, we'll move the car," and he was just like, "The fuck, bro!" Like,
yeah, it's like this fight is on. It just has to happen now.
Yeah, I'm going to take on 20 bikers.
yeah, you've challenged the honor of my Chrysler LeBaron.
Yeah.
This aggression will not stand, man.
Don't you know who I am? I am Ronnie Rivera,
Yeah.
wide receiver.
Golden
I
receiver.
lost the Orange Bowl because of this fucking.
Oh, he's a wide retriever. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So-
But anyway, they beat the shit out of him, but that's when he gets zapped right after that.
Wide receiver.
But that's kind of like the only thing the bikers do, honestly, up until the very end.
Yeah. Yeah. Well,
Short of just threatening people.
well, they
like me.
murdered John Saxon.
Well, yeah. I mean, at the end, yes.
I guess. Yeah.
yeah, we don't really know if they do. I mean,
Yeah.
he gets shot in the heart.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I mean, again, we were like, he might have a vest on,
Yeah.
but I mean, the last time you see him, they
Just drag him away.
well, yeah, they literally throw a chain on him and start, dragging him behind
Yeah,
the flames.
Drag
Yeah.
race.
They're- yeah.
Or as I said, the real Enter the Dragon.
I mean, he
Exit
wasn't
the
bleeding. We didn't get to see him bleeding.
He
to
was
death.
bleeding.
Was he bleeding?
Yes, he was bleeding out of his chest.
Oh,
Oh, I didn't see
He
any
was
blood.
clutching that.
hey, some people just
He was
do that.
clutching at it. Yeah.
yeah, some people. just
Sometimes
do
it
that.
happens.
Yeah, sometimes just.
Spontaneous chest bleeding.
Yeah.
seen
Happens
this.
to everybody.
I mean, it's rare. It's
Yeah.
very rare, but it can happen.
So I mean, okay, so all the pieces are in place. You've got all this cast of characters who could get killed in fun ways, and you've got a fucking masked murderer on a murder cycle, and a murder mystery, and sinister conspiracies, and all of that. And never do any of these pieces converge in any satisfying way whatsoever. And the best parts of it all is whenever there's a chase, whenever they're chasing Gail, because she's got a little moped.
She's got one of those red Honda, like,
Yeah.
50cc scooters from
Yes.
the 80s.
Like, not even a verse.
Is it 50 cc?
And maybe, like...
It goes.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's
like
like
a-
less power
oh, you
than
mean
a
like a
Vespa,
space car,
really.
like a-
Yeah.
Those
Much
fucking
slower.
those
Like 8
solar
miles
powered
an hour.
fucking things you see in every major metropolitan city
Yeah.
now that get in the way of things are faster than this stupid thing is.
Oh, the rentable scooter things?
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
those are at least supposed to be on the sidewalk and shit. I mean, this is
street
taking it-
And those
yeah, I
are
was-
faster. Yeah.
Yeah.
Those are, yes, those probably are.
Yeah, but
Lime
I do
or
love
bird
that
Scooters.
that her vehicle is only rivaled by the Chrysler LeBaron, which legitimately sounds like a golf cart.
Yes.
Like it's got like a half-cylinder V1 engine in
Yes,
it. I don't know what the hell it was, because he'll like take off. Like he took off or something. And he goes, "Ugh."
Yeah. It
Like-
makes that
like-
high pitched whine sound. You're like,
Yeah.
what was that?
"What was in that? What was under the hood of that
yeah.
thing?"
So when you see one of those drive by, you're like, what the fuck was that?
Yeah. So they just found like the two cheapest vehicles they could possibly find to use for this movie.
Well, I guess they
and then they
figured-
made a bitchin' Golf Wing,
Yeah,
whatever the
that-
fuck it's called, with a pitchfork on the back.
That's where they spent all the vehicle money.
I was
going
going
to
to say, you say they got the two cheapest vehicles, but except there's the really dumb scene where Gail thinks she's being chased. Mm-hmm. And,
God.
on her fucking Honda thing.
It's the second scene. The first scene, she actually was being chased,
Right.
and then Jason just Jason's out.
Right. But she's being chased to her house, trailer, or whatever thing, gets off the scooter, doesn't just dump it, which,
No, parks it.
I mean, my
No, be very careful
my
with it.
90-plus-year-old grandmother could pick up one of those Honda scooters. They it's not like turning one over when it was never coming back up.
Yeah.
They're super light.
Right.
She
But
didn't want to damage it.
I know, but the point is, she bothers to put the kickstand down where she thinks she's in mortal danger.
Yeah.
Yes, like-
Yeah, she's a careful lady.
That's not careful. That's the opposite of careful.
That's being careful with your possessions. Come on.
Right.
That's when she goes in her house and gets her gun out of her GoBots box.
She needed to be careful with her possessions because she was being chased by the demons.
Oh, I got you.
Yeah. Yeah. All the pieces of this are so weird. So like, okay, so the pervy hotel guy keeps perving on the whore lady.
Well, she seems super offended by it. I mean, and it's like, yeah, I get it, but also,
here's the deal, he was stealing from her
Yeah.
in addition to being a pervert.
No free looks.
No free looks. Yeah,
Oh,
he
okay,
he was
fine.
not paying for the privilege.
Right.
Like that woman is working, and
I suppose, yeah.
It's not giving it away.
gotta respect
I-
gotta respect the hustle.
Again, but whatever.
The weird thing is how
Booking is not doing.
Well-
Like I watch movies. It's not like I've been to space. I didn't watch Gravity, and I've been to space.
usually
No, I'm saying like I could watch a movie. It's not me going to space. Like you can
Right,
look
but
at
it's
this
also a
lady.
violate. Like if you drilled a hole in my bedroom,
I am not condoning the peeping of the Toms. I am just saying that like she should probably maybe not be quite as offended given her occupation is all. That's
no, that
no,
doesn't.
she
no.
should be extra offended.
No,
Extra
no,
offended.
It doesn't.
That is-
doesn't depend on your occupation.
Consent is always the way to go,
Exactly.
whether you're paying for it or not.
again. I just,
Plus, that guy was gross.
he is. Gross.
She probably
yeah.
should have turned down the mirror room when he mentioned the mirror room.
Yeah.
I think I think I would probably walk into that hotel, see that guy, and be like,
Nope.
I think I'm going down the street.
He's making the wrong kind of donuts. I gotta go.
But like, so he strangles that man. The killer shows up and strangles that man to death. Now, why the killer's here, I don't know. This has nothing to do with anything.
He's a sin. He's a person.
Because there hadn't been a kill in a while.
But like, how does he know this is going on?
I don't know.
Oh, that's
God's talking to him.
Okay,
That's a good question.
Never
mind.
Maybe the guy confessed to him at some point.
Maybe
I also want to know, like,
That would have been a good
I just have a
scene.
general, like, I know the general overall game plan of Christianity, but I do not necessarily know the teams. I thought he was wearing like a Catholic priest thing collar.
Yes.
But he
Yeah.
mentioned a dead wife and he has a daughter, so I'm just is Episcopalian? Are they allowed?
Yeah,
to marry?
Episcopalians
Okay.
are allowed to marry.
they don't eat fish.
yeah, maybe.
I just again.
That's pescatarians, Chuck.
no. Those are the ones that do
completely
eat fish.
different religion.
Pescatarians are the ones that do eat
Oh.
fish. Yeah.
I thought they only ate pests.
Anti-pescatarians.
Yes.
Yeah, I thought they ate bugs and stuff. Like,
Seventh-day pescatarians.
No, that's an insectitarian.
oh,
Oh,
the day pescatarian.
They're the ones that eat fish, but only on the Sabbath.
oh.
No, that's an ovo-lacto-vegetarian. I'm a vegan, bitch.
stop drinking that.
Sorry. It's flaming hot.
I just had a logistics question because I was mildly confused because I thought
Yeah.
it was
Yeah,
like
yeah, good
father.
No, but,
and I
but
was
yes,
like,
but
oh,
if
He must be
if he's-
Episcopal.
If he's, yeah,
yeah.
he could be married.
So I got to segue real quick into our new segment, Goof, Not a Goof.
Oh, okay.
Starring,
Hey.
Yeah.
us guys.
Let's
us,
hear a
us
goof.
goofs. Goof, Not a Goof. Nightmare Beach, 1989. Huh? So, how does Motorcycle Killer ever come to know about the secretive prostitute working at a hotel? He's never previously visited his location or been aware of her deception, or has he even met the woman in his civilian identity? Goof, not a goof. You.
Goof.
You.
I gotta go. Not a goof.
Not a goof.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Not a goof.
Not a goof. Ooh.
Split down the middle.
He confessed.
Oh.
Do Episcopalians do this confession? I don't know. I'm not trying to offend anything.
I will say that confession was not portrayed in the movie.
I mean, is it truly like Diet Catholic? I mean, it's like everything except like, you can get married. Is that basically it?
I don't know. I'm not
Okay.
I'm an
No
ovo-lacto
expert.
vegetarian.
Just throwing it out there for the,
I don't know. So, seeing as confession was not depicted in the movie,
Uh-huh.
you still going with not a goof?
Not a goof.
You still not a goof?
He bragged about it. He's the type of guy who
What, he
brag
write about it on a bulletin board system?
Nah, he'd go around. He'd be like, hey, let me tell you a little story. That's
He
that
would
guy.
tell that to the priest?
He's that kind of guy.
something about saying BBS out, spelling it out. Is that what got you?
I'm just imagining
Bulletin board
this subplot of
system.
the movie. Fucking bulletin board system just dialing in. Just be like, hey guys,
If
listen.
anyone was a keyboard jockey, that guy is a fucking
So,
keyboard jockey.
In between turns of trade wars.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm gonna go and tell you that
This man.
that guy was one Chan. He was the starter of all.
He was the original Chan.
He was the first Chan.
All right, I got to go goof. So, split decision. It is both goof and not a goof. Thanks for tuning in to Goof, Not a Goof.
Not a goof.
Oh, it's Schrodinger's goof.
Yeah, Schrodinger's Goof. Sponsored
Yes.
by
Rhodesian goof.
sponsored by castor oil. It's probably good for you, but it tastes like crap. Castor oil, thank you. Patreon.com/BMFcast.
All
Wow.
right, we're also
man.
sponsored by the
Wow.
fucking 19th century.
Castor
Hey, man,
oil.
It was post-industrial revolution.
Okay, fine. The early 20th century.
So
Yeah.
there's no reason he should know to kill him, but he does.
He does, and then he does some weird Jason shit in her room. Just like
He does have a tendency to like knock things over, though not be there. A
he
lot.
has
Yeah.
the ability to make things fall or make a noise, and him not actually be there. But he waits for ghost chases her into an elevator, and she's like, "Oh no, go faster,
Well,
elevator!"
yeah. Well, she sees the guy's eye through the peephole,
Right, and she goes,
realizes,
it's like, "Hey, you
and goes
jerk."
and finds the body and sees it's dead and
Yeah.
runs into the
Yeah.
elevator. Try and get down. He stops the elevator and then he zaps her in the mouth.
Right.
With
Because
electricity.
He always has access to a stripped cord of some kind that he can use to electrocute somebody. Except when he doesn't. Which is weird
Yeah.
because when he confesses, he's like, I electrocute them all. Ha ha ha. And it's like, yeah, but you didn't.
What about the furnace lady?
Yeah. You took her to a murder furnace.
First, you hit her with a hook, and she wasn't a hooker.
Yeah.
And then you took her
Furnace.
to a furnace.
I mean, yes, you hit the hooker with the hook.
Yeah.
Well, if you have a hook
I know,
and you have a
yeah.
hooker.
yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
what the.
Yeah.
But then, like,
hit
when-
that winch.
But like when he's revealed at the end and he's like, I killed him all with electricity and now I'm going to strangle you on this pile of tires. It's like, that doesn't match your MO at all. This is dumb.
Yes.
Like, seriously, the last like 10 minutes of the movie feel like they just made it up on the set that day. They were like, I don't know, run over there.
Yeah, because eventually their plan is that the two of them, the quarterback and the scowly chick, decide that they're gonna
Gale.
take their walkie-talkies and they're gonna communicate where they're going, and they're gonna lead the killer
Yes.
to the junkyard.
Right. They're under the impression that it might be John Saxon because they
Yeah.
broke into John Saxon's house after macing his dog.
Yeah, like straight up macing that dog in the face.
They open the door, the dog goes bark, 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 and they're like, spray, and the dog's
Yeah.
like, whoa, wait, what the fuck?
Yeah,
They
it
did
was-
not tell that
takes
dog
off.
they were.
It was okay. It was a German Shepherd. It was 1989. Like, legally, that was a fucking weapon, as we were taught.
Yeah.
Oh yes, German Shepherds were murder dogs.
Yeah.
The murder dogs of 1989.
That's what I mean. Yeah.
Yeah.
They break in and they're like, I don't know, let's touch all the guns that we find, and then they find,
Oh, let's touch everything.
then they find John Saxon's evidence locker, which is just
Yeah.
Also,
No,
his
first,
sex.
I was going to say,
locker. Yeah.
first they find his John Sexton sex dungeon.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
John Sexton.
They find leather and chains.
Yes,
And then they find his murder drawer.
which is just pictures of murder victims, including the sister, and she's like, "How dare he tear,
Yeah, she immediately tears
destroys
up
the
evidence.
evidence." And they're still like, well, this could, maybe he did it. And well, she's like, he did it. Let's get him. And he's like, maybe he just likes photos. You know, it's like,
Yeah.
Or maybe it's part of like work. You know, like you have
Sure.
crime scene photos
You
from all
do.
these murders.
You take
People
'em
do-
home.
Don't put them in your underwear drawer.
No, do not leave them locked up at the office.
Well, I
because
mean,
it is
just
your job.
I mean, generally, don't take them home at all. But I mean, like, if they're not incriminating, you just leave them sitting on
Yeah.
a table somewhere. You don't put them in your fucking underwear drawer.
yeah. So the movie has kind of been like, hey, maybe it's John Saxon. So they're kind of like, be on the lookout for John Saxon. He might be coming for us. But John Saxon is going for the motorcycle gang because the motorcycle gang part of this conspiracy that's going on by the people in charge is that once it gets out that there are murders, they just go and grab the new leader of the demons and throw him in jail. And they're like, he did it.
Right.
Yeah, he's the patsy.
Right. And eventually, like, the motorcycle gang is like, let's go get him. And so they break into the jail.
Yeah, they literally stormed the jail.
bust him out.
It's not that difficult. It's kind of,
Yeah, there's only like
one
two
cop.
cops.
Yeah,
there,
two
yeah.
cops. Old two cops.
So, like, there's misdirection at the end because John Saxon goes to confront the motorcycle gang.
It is also unclear whether they break out Go Gators guy,
I don't believe they do.
who is in jail at that time.
We do not see him again. Let's talk about Go Gators.
That's why I brought him up.
If they opened the cell where motorcycle dude was, then Go Gators guy is free and running in the swamps to this day.
Biker code says that when you open up a jail cell, everyone goes free.
Everyone goes free.
It's just part of the plan.
Yeah.
So there's this guy. So Skip and Gail have left the bar, and they get into the car to go search for Ronnie. And this dude, off camera, jumps into the backseat of their car.
Jumps
Like,
into the back seat.
Leaps off of something into the backseat. Now, he is shirtless. He is painted with orange and blue stripes.
But also, like, just that worn off enough to be drunk and hanging out in the sun all day.
Yeah.
Yes. Like, he started the day
Right. In proper body
Well
paint.
painted.
properly painted, and now he is just faded.
Now he's
and-
plastered.
Yes,
Yeah.
he's gone. So at
he
first
also
he's
has
just
a
like,
football.
yeah, but at first he's just like, woo, and you're just like, okay, spring break, and then he's like, go Gators. But I mean, screaming it. Obviously, I'm not going to blow out my voice doing go Gators.
why not?
Guy.
You only live once.
And then he just jumps out of the car, and they're like, well, that's unusual.
And they show him getting arrested later.
yes,
To which, as soon as they take him out of the cop car, he starts screaming, "Go Gators!"
he's just laughing and screaming,
Gators.
Go Gators.
He's
Go
having
Gators!
the time of his life.
He is having the best time. Now, all of us in the room, we live in Florida, and we all have experiences where this happens on a regular basis. Just random shirtless fuckos screaming, "Go Gators!"
I would also like
Yeah.
to mention that we also, everybody knows we live in Jacksonville, Florida, which is the home of the annual Florida-Georgia game, or Georgia-Florida, depending on the year, which is also known as the world's largest outdoor cocktail party.
Yep.
And so we have all seen this guy Prime.
Drunken Gator fans.
Yes.
Yes.
And drunken Georgia fans. Which is worse? The world may never know. It's Gator fans.
But we pay tribute to Go Gators fans
Yeah.
in this film. So he's appeared twice, and then they arrest the new leader of the demons, put him in jail.
Dog.
Oh, his name is Dog.
I remember that because I was like, your name is
Dog.
Dog?
Oh.
But it's like DAWG, which is funny because the Gator Man is,
Gator fan and
is
dog.
taunting the dog.
Look at these Italians doing their research.
I don't know.
He yells at John Saxon to take his cuffs off, and then just out of frame, Go Gators guy face gets right up next to him and just starts screaming, "Go
Well,
Gators!" at
he
him.
first he laughs at him because he's like yelling at John Saxon, like, "You can't do this! Come let me out of here!" And he's just like, "Ha ha ha! Go Gators!" It's like, but it's like that comedic, like,
Yep.
Yep.
It's that shot. It's like it's going to be a two shot, but it's already pre-set up with one face, and the other
Right.
one comes in.
Yes.
Yep.
Okay. They have done this 3 or 4 times. This running gag of a character. The fact that this character does not appear again in any way, shape, or form, like even just sad walking down the beach, like, I've ruined my life, or any number of things, like, can someone give me a ride, or any of the fact that that doesn't pay off is sad, but it is the single most delightful thing in this entire film.
Oh, yeah.
This dude.
Also, the only thing that feels like 100% accurate, like not sort of filtered through a lens of some alien vision.
This
know?
very-
And I mean,
so-
alien from the. I'm not saying xenophobic
No,
alien. Just
I'm telling you, when they came down to shoot all of the second unit stuff before they actually started doing the principal photography, no doubt in my mind they ran into this and they were just like, we got to. That seems to be a thing that happens at spring break. We need to get that guy in here.
It clearly is a thing that happens to people that aren't from here. Because as I was watching, when we were watching this, I was pointing out the gag and Get Shorty that people are just fucking obsessed with talking about the Gators and football and every time he gets in his fucking car, it's just like, yeah, we're back for the Gator talk and I have a problem with the Gators.
Yeah, that guy's awesome, and the fact that there's no resolution to that character, like the character doesn't end up dead and we don't know what happened to that guy if he got out of jail. That's unfortunate, but like I said,
He got out and ran back to the swamp, his natural habitat.
Yes. Okay, so I'm trying to think of the other so there was the lady at the beach who got upset by the guy who pretended to be dead for like the 14th time. She goes back in the RV, gets conked on the head with a giant hook, and then dragged to the murder furnace, where there's a setting on this furnace that you open the door and just turn this knob and flames just shoot out
Or
of the
like a
furnace.
flamethrower.
Yeah.
Just coming out of this
It's a useful feature of your furnace to just be like, oh shit, I left the fire setting on.
Yes.
Don't open the door.
Leave the door open.
So she gets
Get
her
yourself lit on
face
fire.
melted off.
I want to know how he discovers this furnace does this.
I don't know.
Is it just a feature of
Well,
furnaces?
Confess-
the
someone
great thing
confessed
is the knob is like the regular setting Like, I mean, it's a pretty billowing furnace, I would say,
Sure.
when he first opens
Sure,
it up.
yeah.
But the knob is all the way to the left, and he just switches it to the right, and that's what sends it into napalm mode, I guess.
Yeah.
And
Is this a feature of furnaces?
I don't know. I'm not.
Pipe fitters
We're
or whatever.
again, as we established, we're from Florida. We don't have a lot of call.
Yeah,
for,
we don't do
yeah,
furnaces. If
yeah.
you out there in Radioland know about furnaces, email us bmf@bmfcast.com. Tell us about
Ferni,
Ferni
Yes, the
and
Ferni.
whether they are also flamethrowers.
or maybe it's like yak or ox.
Fernox.
No, that's oxen. Deer.
Fernipi.
Yeah, more than one deer is still a deer. Yeah, it's just a furnace is singular or plural.
Right. Like Deerts.
So okay, once the conspiracy is revealed, Michael Parks is very upset by this, and he calls the mayor while he's drunk, and he's just like, "I'm ruined. Listen to this." And he puts a gun in his mouth while he's on the phone and murders himself. And both him and the mayor and John Saxon both get on the phone and just yell at him like, "God damn it!"
Well, again, we assume because we're taking it from if we didn't see the people in confession, it didn't happen. So all we did was hear a bang.
Right. Anything could have happened.
Anything could happen.
Anything could have happened.
Maybe he was shooting the pickpocket, guy, and that's what happened.
Maybe.
Yeah.
So, like, there was the early scene where Gail gets chased on her moped. She gets chased again, but it turns out to just be a random motorcycle cop who didn't have a speaking line. And when he eventually catches up to her, which is hilarious that he eventually catches up to her.
Yeah.
But he does catch up to her and just stops and gives her this weird, creepy smile, just like, hi.
But it's also like that half smile of like just
Yeah.
like you're not what I'm thinking of. I'm off somewhere else, like wearing your skin.
Yeah.
I'm smiling at the eventuality of
Yeah.
murdering
Yeah.
you, but not tonight.
Yeah. I'm
So
thinking,
again-
I'm thinking about the double stitch. I'm going to put on your skin.
Right. So again, that's like this weird misdirection that's happening at the end of this movie because like John Saxon has shown up to confront the bikers. That's where Skip is. Gail has been distracted by this police motorcycle cop, and then she ends up. She just pulls in somewhere. Where does she go? That the final conference. She just pulls into her dead parents' junkyard.
Yeah.
That's where she goes.
She just ends up going there anyway for whatever reason.
Right. And like she goes inside and Diablo is tied to a wall or something, obviously dead, been dead the whole time. And then, motorcycle murder man is here.
I don't know. The greatest trick that Diablo ever pulled was convincing the world he was dead.
Right.
Yeah.
But yeah, she gets the dude's helmet off and it's the Reverend, as we've said early on in this podcast.
Gee, spoilers.
Sorry. Yeah. And
Spoiled
he's
that like 20 minutes ago.
Oh.
and he's just like, the sinners of the earth must pay,
Yeah,
and I'm the
you're a whore
avenging
just like
angel.
your sister,
Yeah.
and-
So like he confessed he killed the sister, framed Diablo
He
for it.
basically confesses just long enough to like take his mask off, have the reveal, have the Scooby-Doo moment. They have literally like 3 seconds of a car chase. Like, I mean, I feel like they just go like down to the end of the junkyard, or maybe they run. They might even.
Oh, they're just running
the
because
kids-
her
yeah.
Vespa's out of gas.
Yeah, he gets back. He gets back on his motorbike. Just takes off after them on foot. For whatever reason, they're outpacing
Skip hasn't
him.
gotten here yet.
Yeah,
because
they were both there.
No. Skip
No,
was at
he's-
the biker
Oh,
scene.
I thought we were talking about like where it totally wraps up. 'cause
Well, because at first, like when he eventually catches up to her, he just starts choking her out.
Right.
And then Skip shows up.
Right. That's what I
And
mean, yeah.
Yeah, because Skip steals a cop car eventually.
he steals.
Yeah.
John Saxon gets
After John
shot.
Saxon enters the dragon.
Yeah, I was gonna say. So
Yeah.
John Saxon shows up and was totally gonna murder him because he'd given him the ultimatum, get the fuck out of
Yeah.
town, and of course he didn't. And they broke into his house, which he knew because dumbass picked his shotgun off the wall and left it
Yeah.
off there. And they tore up the fucking picture and a million other things.
Yeah.
And maced his dog.
Yes.
But
was
he shows up
uncalled
and is basically just like, I told you to leave. Now I'm gonna have to murder you. And
Yeah.
the Deus Ex demons show up and fucking shoot John Saxon from off screen.
Yeah.
And there's something I love about Skip's look this entire time. Like as they shoot John Saxon, he's just like, "Huh,
Yeah.
I respect that."
Sure.
He's just kind of got like this. All right,
Biker justice. I get
yeah,
it.
that's a good thing. And like
I mean,
and the
they have
bikers,
had a little bit of beef before, but
yeah, and the bikers literally never acknowledge him there.
Nope.
Not once.
Nope.
They shoot John Saxon. They're like, "Ha ha, bitch! How you like that?"
Yeah, so it's not so much he steals a cop car as it was
He
there.
just upgrades.
It was just like, hey, look, a cop car
Yeah.
with a shotgun.
Yeah.
This will go
Keep in mind,
faster and
this is
make
one
noise.
who just got shot and dragged behind a car
True.
Yeah.
or
Well, he's
behind
dragged
a
by
bike,
yeah,
I should say.
motorcycle,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, but anyway.
I just for them
But
to
that
have
is the last we see of John Saxon, is him being dragged off behind
like
a bike.
there is no like
The last we see the bikers as well.
yes. There are just so many red herrings in this. It's unbelievable.
Yeah.
I understand what they're going for, which is to distract you the entire time that it's the Reverend guy. But Jesus, I mean, you have to pay some of these things off. Some of them.
But I mean, that's what I'm saying. Okay, so Skip has shown up. They start to run, or I don't remember. They don't even get back in the cop car. They're on foot.
No, it's all just foot chasing around this junkyard.
Except Reverend dude jumps on the motorcycle and is chasing after him now with the helmet off. It's like, I'm fully revealed Scooby-Doo villain. Drives like 50 feet, hits a fucking tire,
Yeah.
and launches into some exposed wires, thus killing him in his own fashion. But it's like all they literally did was like move out of the way. It's such a it's such an Indiana Jones 4 Lost World. Like, what the fuck? Like,
Yeah.
what kind of dumb bullshit did this just happen here? Like,
Rev goes out like a bitch.
yeah. Well,
Yeah.
I'm just saying, like, we've established, besides all the other dumb things, the worst part about Indiana Jones 4 is that shit just happens, regardless of Indiana Jones being there. It's just like, oh, I don't know, we just accidentally happen to fall right in exactly the right place.
Yeah.
Good job.
Yeah.
Yeah. In a bad way.
Yeah, in a bad way.
The Raiders is similar.
Kind
but
of,
in a
yeah,
good way.
In a good
Yes.
way, yeah.
Yeah.
And that's just like, oops, we are in the right place. This is just like, wah, wah, every time.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is a situation that they're not going to be able to explain to anybody.
Yeah. No.
Like you might be able to explain, yeah, so your police chief got shot and then the bikers dragged him away. That was the last I saw of him. Anyway, then your preacher revealed himself to be a mass murderer and we launched him into some electrical wires.
They didn't
He
even do
crashed
that.
himself.
Yeah. He done murdered
Yeah.
himself.
Yeah.
We had nothing to do with it.
Well,
Yeah,
We
because
weren't even-
technically neither of them have done anything except break into a man's house.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's the only.
That's the only
And
crime
mace
they've
a man's
committed.
mace
dog.
a man's dog.
And
that man's
yes.
dead now, so
And they maced a dog. May they burn in hell. Aside from that,
They don't
it really looked.
they
like
have
were
not
just
murdered
spraying
any
with-
humans.
No. They don't directly do this, but it is heavily implied that John Saxon is smelling that dog's face, and that's how he knows that someone is
Yeah?
in his house.
Yes.
He's like, someone's here, aren't they, boy?
Yeah.
Yeah. He totally
You
takes a
smell
whiff.
like pepper.
Yeah. He totally takes a whiff of, like,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
he has that
Like,
record.
what's on your
like,
face? Who maced you, boy? Are they in my murder cabinet? I'll get 'em.
Or my
Not
sex-
mace, it's
my
pepper
sex-
ray. Can't buy mace. Only cops can buy me.
Yoda, is that you?
Yeah. And then the ending is just them like looking at the beach with trash on it and going, yeah, it's like after the big game.
Yep.
And then drive away.
She's leaving town. She's finally
Yeah.
like they have one conversation earlier where she's like, "Yeah, my parents are dead, my sister's murdered, and I have the worst job ever." And he's like, "Good God, why do you live here?" And she's like, "I don't know."
So, I don't know, just always have.
yeah, so
That's
they
generally the answer for all Floridians, by
Yeah.
the way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
so they murder some authority figures, and then she's decided, well, time to move. I should probably leave town before people start asking questions. So yeah, they drive away.
Yep.
I like to think the mayor swept it all under the rug.
Probably. Because he's very proud of his new courthouse.
Yeah. New town hall.
Yeah, town hall. Yeah.
Yeah.
What a weird.
It's a weird ass movie.
It is a weird thing.
I'm
So
going
weird.
3 jocks.
All right.
Because it was a lot of fun. It's dumb. It's dumb almost in the Ricochet way, but not in the way that I eventually was like, no, fuck you. Stop. But it was close, but it still had like the zany, like, God, these people are so stupid thing to it. And like, I like that the Reverend is the only killer where all the motivations for killing all these people actually make sense. Because like, if it's the biker guy, it's like, well, why is he killing his old girlfriend? You know, like all that sort of thing. We didn't even talk about him killing her by
Oh, right.
zapping her headphones and her eye pops out. But
Right. Yeah.
yeah, but he's the only killer that makes sense, like with actual motivations for killing all these people, as opposed to even if it was El Diablo. You know, it's like, well, why is he killing
Yes,
these
why would he
random?
kill
why would
her?
he kill? Yeah, like, are you just killing
Because she's
everyone
with
on spring
Dog
break?
now.
Yeah,
Yeah, I mean, but the way
Despite her ass tattoo.
but see, the thing is like if you want to go with that plot, I mean, though it removes you from some of your red herringness, is like you've got to make your final girl, you've got to make the survivor girl his daughter, not some other person.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, there's the only way that makes sense is like, your mom was I never told you how I killed your mom, like, because she cheated on me, like, that's where
Yeah,
it started.
she was a sinner,
I'm just
yeah.
saying, like, like, start this whole like fucking diatribe of like, any sinners, it's
Your
broke my
mom
brain.
was sinning
Yeah.
with the mailman and was going to leave me, so I had to murder her.
Yeah,
and
just some kind of like, this is
Yeah.
when I snapped moment.
Yeah, but it's really dumb. The kill effects are really fun, but also really dumb and bad. But I
a
like
couple
them.
that are all right.
I like them.
The-
There's a few cuts in the middle where it's like, oh, all right, that's a dummy.
When a head is on fire and it cuts to a dummy head in the same
Yeah.
shot, I think that is just the most joyful thing ever.
Yeah.
Where it's just like, there's a person on fire. Nope, that's a dummy head.
Yeah,
I
There's a lot of that dumb shit, but I had fun with it. 3 jocks worth.
Nice. The elevator kill was good. I really liked like it's dumb. How did he get there? Who knows? Jason. But I love the fact that he just like boop pops up from above her in the elevator and jams a wire in her mouth.
Can we explain the joke we made? Will that joke retranslate to if we
To
recount?
English, yes.
All right, this is the prostitute lady we're talking about. Like, she discovers the peeping tom hotel creep, and then like jumps in the elevator and gets murdered. But like, she was finishing her work for the day and changing into her relaxing like nightshirt thing, which was this weird long
Yeah.
like her astrological symbol of Aries and Garfield.
Oh, all that. Yeah,
I
there was
know
all that shit.
I
back
know.
then,
I'm
yeah.
just saying
it's weird, but
it's fucking like two things. This is like, I mean, people made fun of like all the T-shirt mashup sites, but it's like at least there's some thought put in this. This is just like, well, we slapped Garfield next to the Aries logo.
Garfield was on fucking
I know.
everything.
I guarantee
Yeah.
you there was a
We have a Garfield
shirt for-
telephone.
Yeah.
I understand, but it's
They still wash
but
up on
still,
shore on that
but
island.
the one thing that
Frogs.
yeah.
Oh yeah, they're totally unrelated and it's
Anyway,
weird. Yeah,
but she was running. She finds the dead body.
she's an Aries, by the way.
Yeah, finds the dead body, runs over and starts banging on the elevator door button, and you're like, somebody's like, "Don't take the elevator in this situation. Take the stairs." And then I don't know who said it, but someone
the
was like,
stairs.
"Yeah, take the stairs."
Was that you, Mackie, that made the Stairs joke?
I don't know who it was. But
could have been me.
was-
I don't
It was
remember.
real
I don't
good.
even remember anymore.
Well, we were
I think we were all clamoring to get to that.
we
joke
were
at the same
riffing on
time.
it because we're like, Aries don't believe in stairs, and then you're like, stairs.
Stairs,
It's right
Yeah.
there.
To elevator from stairs.
From Stairs, yeah. I can go. I'm actually ready to go. 3 jocks. It would have been 4 if Rev hadn't gone out like a chump. I do appreciate that they electrocuted him. That was
Yep.
that was good, but he should have gotten like I don't know. There should have been a method with which our 2 surviving folks put him into electricity, like a odd job or something.
Yeah, I mean, the
He had
way
to pick up his helmet, and they electrocuted him.
I mean, clearly the quarterback has to throw something and hit him perfectly and blow
Right.
him the fuck up.
Yeah.
That's the
they
thing. There's
never
no
use the
there's
quarterback
no
thing
skip
ever.
redemption in this,
Nope.
and that's the dumbest thing because
They skipped it,
His man has
and then he
jokes.
skipped town with that lady.
Right.
correct.
Who has all the acting talent of a football.
Maybe she got better.
She worked.
Yeah,
So
she
I
did
mean, yeah, I agree. 3 jocks. It's goofy fun. Its problems are that as a movie, it doesn't work. Like as a trying to tell a story, no, bad. But there's just so much goddamn joy in it. Just goofy ass things. Just things through this lens of foreigners. And I hate to say it that way, but it's true. You do get this weird perspective on things when that happens. And like if we were making this movie, we would be like, yeah, there's a fucking Go Gators guy. Shut him up. Get him out of here. Someone found that charming. Someone found the thing that annoys the shit out of us on a daily basis. They're like, wow, this town's weird. Let's throw this guy in here. Yeah, I mean, I kind of admire how it doesn't pay off so many things. It's kind of impressive that they spend so much time on things and don't pay any of them off. But it's
I
just
mean, so many things literally just right off.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, whatever happens with John Saxon, like literally, your chief
He's
red
dead.
herring.
they dragged him to
I-
the hospital.
Yes,
They dragged him to hell.
yeah. I just
Dragged him to the hospital.
All right, you learned your lesson.
Heal up so we can shoot you again.
I'll be seeing you after your rehabilitation.
In 6 to 8 months. Get ready for another sucking chest wound.
This one doesn't suck enough. I guess it's down to me.
Yeah.
All right, fuck. Let's make it a universal, unanimous 3 jocks.
Straight 3.
Yeah, I mean, I think overall, like, this is probably like, I mean, this is a bad movie. I mean, like, as we've torn apart for however long we've been talking about, this is like
We put a lot of time into this one.
horribly plotted out, put together thing. But all the dummy kills, all of the, I don't know, just that weird. I feel like a foreigner watching something from things that don't exist. You know, watching this movie, just the way people talk. Yeah, again, I know it's a cliche, a thing that people say. You know, as adults say this to women, but like I said, I don't think I've ever actually literally heard anyone say, if you smiled, you know, you'd be prettier, or whatever. You know,
Yeah.
a version of that actually said out loud in a movie.
I don't know if I've ever
Or maybe
heard...
I've only just become aware of it. And you know,
I've heard it in person.
I don't know if I've ever
I was
heard
not the one who said it.
Sure.
exactly that phrase. I've heard "you should smile more" or "hey baby, why don't you smile." I've heard variations. I've never heard that exact phrase.
I mean, I don't think,
But-
I don't know that there's necessarily anything wrong with asking another human to smile, but not tying, like,
Oh,
is there?
Yeah, there's a whole sort of like society's expectations on women that they have to be happy all the
it's-
time.
I said human. Like, I'm talking about, like, I mean,
Yeah, but it's become a very loaded phrase.
Yeah. Sure.
It's
I get fine.
it's kind of like a fucking okay symbol, you know. It's on its own. It doesn't. It can have good intentions, but it's
It
been co-opted by
could-
shitheads.
It could
and
be considered
no
an
longer.
innocent. Yeah, but
works.
now that
You know,
it has
I
fallen by the wayside.
I think my point is like, at a certain point, we have to draw a fucking line in the sand, or all we're going to let shitheads do is fucking ruin everything, as if they're not already. I mean, at some point, we have to say, like, fuck you, you're not taking this. Like, if true, actual, like, Nazis came back and were like, we're taking the fucking rainbow flag, and we're turning this into the new, like, you know, swastika.
I would just kill the Nazis fast.
Right. I'm saying at some fucking point, we can't just start, like, rolling over and be like, well, I guess we don't do that anymore.
Well, you've seen Clerks 2. It doesn't work.
I'm not,
You can't take it back.
that was never something to. That's the point of the joke. Is it was never
Yeah.
not racist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like the okay symbol is literally fucking okay. Like anyway, I'm saying, like, I'm tired of letting the assholes say what you know. As a normal fucking human, it's the TSA thing. Like, you know, I was just talking about going through the airports, and like in other countries, it's just a thing you do, and you're not treated like a fucking criminal who, you know, guilty until proven innocent. It's just like, please step through this thing, okay, move along. And here, it's just like, get the fuck on the ground, take your shoes off,
Yeah.
take your laptop bag out. How fucking dare you, sir? And I'm just saying, at a certain point, we have to be like, we can't just fucking like negotiate with terrorists or surrender or whatever. Like, at a certain point, you have to say, you can't fucking stop ruining everything. And
Yeah.
you know.
But also, at the same time, even taking, like, male, female out of it, just dictating to somebody else that they need to
I'm not saying-
that they need to change their...
I'm not saying say the word smile, but I mean, like, you inquire, like, well, you know, maybe not ever say the phrase you should smile more, but, like, you know, asking someone, you know, like, hey, come on, cheer up, smile, like, you know, what's wrong with that? Like,
Because you don't know what they're going through.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just be like, "Hey, bartender, why are you sad?"
Well,
And
you're
she'd
You're like,
say,
yeah,
Clearly this
my
is
sister
working.
got murdered.
Yeah. and then
clearly
you
this
go,
is working
"Oh."
because the world is so fucking happy. So yes, let's keep going
Yeah.
down this path and not.
Well,
ask-
it wasn't
let's
making...
not, let's
it
not
wasn't
show
ever
people
making...
concern.
That phrase was never making anybody happy.
No.
So...
Huh?
So avoiding it is making people happier by not making
I'm
them
not
less
telling
happy.
anyone to. Never mind. Showing concern should not be a bad thing, and you're acting like,
No.
how fucking dare you?
No, there's a difference between showing concern and
Telling
But
someone.
every
and how
no,
loaded that
but
phrase
my,
is.
But my point is like, we've gotten to a point where it's like, you're stepping through a fucking minefield with everything you say, and it's ridiculous.
No, you just have to be cool and be like, all you have to do is be aware of things to not say. Like, it's like...
or
But
just listen when someone says, "You know
Yeah.
what? No." And
I guess maybe just having you know, not having a broken brain that, like, I read people and adapt, and, you know, I feel like everyone is like sitting around like waiting to snap about anything, and it's just like, this is a fucking terrible place that we live in right now, where everyone's just on edge, like, what are you gonna say? What are you gonna say? Fucking say something, you know, like, say something fucking wrong. I fucking dare you. And that, you know, it's this is bullshit.
It's not that bad.
It is that bad.
no, it honestly isn't. It really isn't. Trust me. It's not that bad.
Okay. I just feel like I've had people fucking snap at me for all kinds of innocuous things, and then you're just like, how the fuck do you not know about this fucking racist bullshit that was over here about this? And it's like, I fucking
And
made,
there's
I made an okay
there's
symbol.
but
Like,
but there's an easy way to diffuse that. You go, okay, you're right.
and then say I'm not ever going to do that again. Fuck that.
No. But see, these things. Okay,
You say, I'm sorry, I was not aware of that.
I know we're totally off topic, but
Yeah.
the thing about stuff like that is it's not you, it's them. If someone says to you, "Don't say that to me," your reaction should not to be, "Well, fuck you. I will say what I want."
No. I don't mean that. I meant general fuck you to like that.
I
we
know.
Can't, like
I know, but
we've
what I'm
gotta
saying
step
is
around
that
and, like,
as a society, people have said, you know what, that is a terrible thing to say to someone, and if I hear that, I'm going to be very upset at you.
Right.
At that point, you just go, okay,
Yeah.
that is gone from my vocabulary.
I suppose. Yeah.
Yeah,
That-
the way I see it, it's just easier to walk away from the minefield. You know?
And
Yeah.
what?
And-
Not say or do anything? Like that's what I'm getting to.
Well, not tell somebody to
I mean,
fucking
that's
smile.
obviously taking
you
it
know?
way too far. Like you're pulling like a mega straw man. Like you can't say anything now. Like it's impossible for anyone to
no,
say
that's
not what I'm saying.
anything to anyone because
you're-
we
you're-
have certain things. Like that's literally what you just said. Is like not say anything.
Well, you said
that was
walk
your-
away from the minefield, and I'm saying that everything is now a minefield. Like it's a constantly
not.
changing.
Not everything
No.
is, but it's
Like
Society has been evolving since society was society.
Well,
and-
you just have to negotiate that.
Okay, fine.
well, and here's the thing: everyone assumes everyone's going to jump on them about something, but like a trans person, if you misgender them, as long as you're not being an active asshole, 99.9% of the time they're going to say, "Hey, actually, I prefer this."
Yeah,
And then you go,
I've had
"Okay,
the
that's
exact-
cool." But I think conservative people
No.
tend to think like they're afraid of because like, well, if I say the wrong thing, they're going to fucking jump all over me.
I've
and
had someone jump down my throat on that point.
Really?
Exactly, and I was just like, "Whoa, I am totally on your side." I didn't know. Like,
and
yeah,
that's and that's where
usually
you just
apologizing and saying,
Yeah.
"Okay,
Yeah.
cool."
You're absolutely right. Tell me how you want to be
Yeah.
addressed, and I'll do that.
Right.
But the problem that people get into is they immediately get offended by the reaction,
Right.
and they're like, "Well, fuck you! I'm going to do what I want."
no,
That's
that's not what I'm talking about at all. I feel like so many things just people are waiting to pounce for whatever, and it just seems to be a moving target. Is all. Like, if you're not like keeping up on a goddamn daily basis,
it's always been a moving target, and you should keep up.
how
Like pay
Listen,
attention,
just
read
listen.
some shit. Like go outside, read some read some LGBT literature
No,
or
I'm not even talking about trans
know.
things. I'm talking about some fucking OK symbol.
Well,
what am I supposed to be reading where I actually
The
actively know
news.
about that?
but okay. Listen, dude.
I mean,
Hold on.
Yeah.
Listen, let me just say this. You know that racists do that. It's theirs now.
Okay.
You can't take it back.
this is
Until the
still
racists are fucking dead and people make fun of them like I shot you in the face. Haha. That's it. It's done.
But why?
Yeah, it's just like the Hitler mustache, not coming
Not funny
back.
anymore. Like hipsters would do that in the 70s. Like that fucking
But-
guy from
okay,
Sparks wore
okay,
a Hitler
okay,
mustache
hold
forever
on.
until he didn't.
Hold on. Now this is another part of this problem. Is everything has jumped to the fucking Hitler paragon. Like I'm saying, like there is no longer a.
No, we just did that as a joke.
No, I mean, there's no longer like everything is treated as equally offensive. Like accidentally
No, it's
saying
not.
it really. I feel like it is. Like I mean, everyone has their cause that like they get super angry and offended about, and whatever. I feel like letting these people take these things and just take it over is stupid. It's like kowtowing to terrorism, basically.
it's
Because at some point you have to be like, no, you're not fucking. Like, what if like it's just someone that's like patented the word yes? I'm like, that's fucking racist. Any word, like it's the knights who say knee or whatever. Like you pick a random word and all of a sudden that word becomes, whatever, offensive or something. I don't know. I don't know if I have a point. It's fucking weird that like
I understand where you're coming from. Okay,
yeah.
I getting back to the original point, like
I'm not saying
telling people to smile or whatever is unsolicited advice, and that's always the worst type of advice. It's if they say, "Hey, I'm just having a bad day," like there are. Go ahead.
great point. If you see somebody like it's
Again,
you can't
yeah.
not you're not disallowed to inquire upon a person's like
emotional state.
emotional state. And like if you see somebody that's like frowning it up, you go, "Hey, you doing all right?" Don't go, "You'd be much prettier if you smile."
No,
there's a
don't go
difference.
smile or you should smile more. You can genuinely inquire about somebody's day. You just don't like that's a loaded phrase. It's well known that it's a loaded phrase. You can use other things to to try to be a nice human to somebody else.
And I get what you're saying. Your sentiment is, I am detecting that this person is sad, and I wish they weren't. But that phrase in particular is not what they want to hear.
Okay.
Like BJ said, there are other ways to, are you okay? Can I get you anything? Do you want to be left alone? I mean, trust me, living in a house full of women, you learn to negotiate these things. You figure them out real quick. You're just like, okay, yes, you're absolutely right. And the thing is that when someone says to you, dude, no, that's offensive. Don't say that to me. You're right. You're absolutely right. And the reason that so many people are defensive both ways about this stuff is because everyone doubles down on whatever's happening. Like people are prepared to have awful shit happen to them because it keeps happening to them, and people who inadvertently do awful shit coil back up when they get accused of it instead of just going, "You're right, I didn't know, I'm sorry, I will fix it." And it's just a cycle that keeps happening. That's where we're at now. So yeah, it's a minefield out there for a lot of things, but you just have to go when your bad movie friends
I guess I
sit around a table and say, "Look, just don't say that to people ever. What you want to say is correct, but never say that. That phrase is done, and it's never coming back."
I think my point is like with the OK symbol. It's like you know, I know it made its way eventually into the news, but like, who found out about it first? I mean, like who
it got reported from within far right-wing spheres. It got reported by people who were watching those and reported it out.
I guess I just don't understand, like, anywhere along the way, like, no one said, like, fuck, like, that's like if suddenly somebody was like, all right, thumbs up is racist now, and it's just like...
They were using it as a
tool
secret
they
code.
use to co-opt things.
Yeah.
Because they can say, no, I was just giving the OK symbol.
It's poisoning the well,
Yeah.
and it's also using it like
and they
in
go,
secret.
you're
Yeah.
overreacting to me giving an OK symbol.
Right.
What's your fucking problem?
Until it's revealed that within these, like, within these right-wing circles, they're like, hey, we're all going to do the OK symbol to show that we hate black people, okay? Okay.
I know. It's fucking weird, and that's what I'm saying. I mean, if you, like...
It is weird.
It's a thing that's like, if suddenly they were like, don't do a thumbs up, I don't know how many years it would take me to stop, like, just react to people like, cool, like, I fucking do that all the time. Just,
Yeah.
Visually, nonverbal, like, got it.
Well, we can't use the number 1488 anymore.
Could we ever?
What?
Like, did we ever?
I mean, not us particular, but like...
So we're skipping that episode when we get there?
Yeah,
Okay.
we will skip 1488.
I mean, just think about how we were in the 2000s. Like, even in the early days of this podcast, the way we would phrase certain things or say something is stupid or say, there are certain words that we said on a regular basis to denote this is dumb. And that's all. We meant no ill will towards any marginalized group about anything when we said that.
Yeah.
But you go, whoa, you're right. That should not be a part of someone's normal vernacular because it's offensive. So we're going to stop doing it. And we did. And it was easy.
I just, like I said, I feel like part of the world like said, all right, if we're going to go Godwin's Law, I'm going back to the Nazis. But like, we basically were like, yeah, you Tibetans, Indians, all of the people that use the swastika for religious things, you're not allowed to do that anymore.
No, we did not do that.
And a lot of them decided.
They decided on their own.
Yes. But I mean, generally speaking, I feel like a lot of the world decided for them. Like,
nope.
Not all groups. It's a group it's a symbol that goes across many places.
Right.
You can't say all groups.
And we didn't decide for them. They decided for themselves that they were going to discontinue their use of it.
Right, but no one, one small minority can own something like an OK symbol or something, and again, like that might mean something in another country. Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. Yeah. The world is a weird minefield already of like shit that is like culturally totally weird and different in other places that you have to understand and be conscious about. It's even stranger that like we have divided so much as in this one country, so to speak, that like you now have to do all of that on a daily basis, just in anything you say or do or make a hand symbol. It's just fucking ludicrous.
Well, like if you still want to throw me up a big okay, like, be fair, but don't do a surreptitious okay in a photo.
Yeah, no.
Don't like look at another guy that's wearing a black and yellow polo shirt and give him the okay, because that's a Proud Boy and he's probably going to be like, oh, this guy's racist too. just be aware of stuff. Like you just gotta.
Yeah, and it is tough because the mimetic culture we live in now, things move fast.
It does.
You know, like the guy who made Pepe the Frog, he's just like, fuck, man, I can't claim it back from all these assholes.
Yeah. Yep.
It's become their thing. I no longer own it.
Yeah,
And it was never intended to be anything like that.
I guess that's just where I don't feel like society has been this steamroller culture. I know it's always been in constant flux. Blah blah blah. Yes, I accept that. I just the rate that things come up, change, disappear, move, and it's so fast now that it's like I don't understand how anyone could be.
Yeah.
You're
also never on the internet anymore, so you're not catching anything.
But if you think about, let's say, the world of hand gestures.
I do read the news and stuff. I mean, I don't know what. I guess I just don't understand what it is you guys are fucking reading or whatever that I'm not. Like, I mean, I see news articles, and then you're all like, well, "How do you not know about that?" I'm like, "What? Why would I know about
It's
that?"
just.
I guess we're just too online.
It's.
I am
I
extremely
for
our
sure
problem.
am too online, but it is. Knowing stuff isn't a bad thing, and when things change, to change with it is a good thing. And I mean, yeah, I there are probably 40 photos of me throughout time making the OK symbol at like football games or Halloween or things when I was a child, and these things would never be used against me in a racist way. But if I started doing it now, people would be like, "The fuck is he doing?" And that's why you're like, I just need to not do that anymore. Like you said, they haven't come for the thumbs up yet. We can still do that, and that's an easy go-to thing. And actually, my old hands are able to do that better than the OK symbol anyway. So I understand. It sucks if something that you enjoy doing or saying or acting in a way that is not that's not from a place of malice.
I think I'm not saying I am there.
I know.
think I'm starting to understand why boomers got to a certain point where they were just like, fuck it, I am who I am, I litter, I don't give a fuck about other people. Not all of them. I'm just saying that general mentality of like, it ain't my world, I don't care. It's like, I'm gone soon. Like I think I start to kind of understand it because it's like, we're forced to just adapt, change so much throughout our lives now. Like it's not even just like little things all now. It's just fundamental paradigm shifts constantly. I mean, between like what happened, all the shitty things that happened in 2016 and 2017. I mean, like politics and accusations. I mean, it was like, here's a whole like slate of things you can no longer watch or enjoy. You can't listen to this because it turns out this person's shitty. Like I said, it's just it is a crazy fucking minefield, and like I don't know, it's exhausting to try to navigate. That's all I'm saying.
I really appreciate that you care.
That I care.
Yeah, that you care enough to like have this discussion.
Mm-hmm.
And that means like you at least give enough of a shit about about wanting to be a good person and just getting tired of like how it seems like it might be difficult to be a good person.
Like I said, I feel like I've mentioned several people, innocuous people, something weird from the 90s or 80s, and it's just like, oh, it's a fucking shitbird now. How'd you not know? It's like, how the fuck would I know that fucking goddamn, Gallagher is turned into a right-wing fucking nut job?
Well, you got to pay attention. That's what our All Your
That's
Heroes Are
what I'm
Problematic
fucking
channel
talking
is
about,
for.
though. Like, why?
We have a whole Discord channel
Got
for
a whole
this.
channel for it.
Why and how the hell am I supposed to know this? Like, if
Read the All Your Heroes Are Problematic channel.
You-
We post shit all the time.
Okay, look.
But you all act like
that's me
I
joking
know
with
this.
you.
Like you all know this all the time, and I'm just like, holy shit!
We like joking with you because since you have taken the most admirable break from the internet that any human has ever taken, where it's just like, no, no more information. It's fun because like you'll be like, hey, that Gallagher's good, and you're like, listen, dude, you don't know about Gallagher. Let's tell you about Gallagher. But I mean, look.
Yeah, but the difference is if you go, well, I'm on Gallagher's side, like
Yeah, it was like, well, he hits watermelons real good with that mallet. I think he's an okay dude. It's like, no, he's a shitbird.
I can lose Gallagher. I'm okay with that.
But like, look,
see, that's
okay,
the point.
the like some of the things that came out over during the election cycle. Pretty much every C tier action star that we celebrate on this show is a colossal piece of shit. And if we decided, you know what, fuck them forever, we wouldn't have a show anymore.
Right.
So you have to pick and choose your battles. Like if someone just has grotesque political views about certain things. It's like, well, watching their movie from 1989 is not going to affect that in any way, shape, or form. But if I'm like tweeting at them and be like, hey, man, I like, it's like, oh, maybe don't talk to that person now.
Yeah.
Don't give him money.
Don't be like, hey, Kevin Sorbo, Call the Conqueror's cool.
Yeah.
Because then he'd be like, hey, yeah, white power. And you'd be like, Jesus,
Yeah.
what?
Yeah, let's not tweet at Frank Stallone anytime
Yeah,
soon.
no, absolutely
I
not.
thought I was tweeting at Hercules, not xenophobic warrior princess.
Like, I will. There's actually a xenophobic word. Nice. There's actually a little bit of a corollary, like J.K. Rowling, noted transphobe.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know we're getting into a minefield here, but fuck Joe Rowling.
Yep.
Is my personal opinion, and it's probably not the people. I don't know. I don't give a shit. Fuck Joe. She sees people who support and buy, like, there's like separate the art from the artist sort of stuff, but she sees people following her on Twitter and buying Harry Potter merchandise and wearing Harry Potter stuff and, getting all into the Harry Potter world as support for her views. Mm-hmm. So, like, that sort of thing is dangerous. Like, and it's not what you
That's
were,
hard. That's hard
yeah.
to navigate.
Yeah, that kind of thing is hard. And those people think that people that support them for stuff they've done in the past is support for the things that they are doing now.
And I guess
that's dangerous.
Yeah, I know that we're digressing a million different ways.
Oh yeah,
but
we're
like,
getting into it.
But like, I know we've had this conversation before. Like, I do not know how one is supposed to view things made by shitbirds. Like, I don't know. Like,
art from the artist. It's
again, like, I mean, it seems harder to do with it like a movie because you can go read Harry Potter and picture everyone however you want with and whatever gender you want. But I can't watch a Kevin Spacey movie and not be constantly reminded of his ex.
That's okay. So that's the thing with celebrity stuff, with
Right.
famous people stuff. There are degrees of awfulness. Like when we're talking about crimes versus beliefs, that's two different sides of a coin. That is probably the same coin of being a shitbird, but one you can go, well, I'm not supporting that because I watched this thing they got paid to act in, but like, I can't ever listen to a Bill Cosby routine again because that shit is fucking awful.
Yeah.
And he got away with it. And I'm not going to stand for that. But, I mean, it.
Yeah, I know. Like I said,
It's difficult, but you just have to, like, when people say, hey, man, look, don't be friends with that guy. That guy's a shitbird.
Yeah.
You go, oh, is he? Oh, shit. I had no idea. Okay.
I still don't know. Jens, you're wrong. I still don't know where I land on the art versus artist thing. Like, I find it really. It's a lot easier with dead artists because they don't make money from it anymore,
Correct.
which is good. So more people who are shitty need to die.
Oh, okay.
I think that's something we can
I
all
can,
agree
so I
on.
can read all the H.P. Lovecraft I want
I think so.
Okay.
Yeah. I think you're okay.
because he was pretty shitty. Right?
Public
Oh,
domain.
yeah.
He's not making money off
He
it.
was a turbo racist.
He was super racist.
That's what I mean. Yeah.
Like, yikes.
Yeah, just don't go like, I love H.P. Lovecraft's views on minorities. You can
Yeah,
go.
no.
You can say, I really enjoyed reading H.P. Lovecraft.
Oh, I just dawned on me. I never did watch that
You
show
love
on HBO.
H.P.
No,
Lovecraft's
I
view
honestly
on
don't know
my-
shit
okay.
about it. I know I can barely. Is it Cthulhu? Is that how you say it?
Yeah,
that's how you say it.
That's pretty good.
Good job.
Yeah, and
Hey, watch that.
oh, sorry. Yeah. See, it's fucking ingrained.
I was just fucking with
That's
you.
a joke, man.
It's fucking ingrained in my goddamn DNA. But
You're okay.
I don't even know where I was going with that.
H.P. Lovecraft.
Yeah,
Cthulhu.
No, I forgot. Like, I didn't even dawn on me that like the Lovecraft County that's probably all racist shit, right? Like the HBO show. Is it?
I believe it deals with racial issues.
It does deal
but I
with
haven't
racial,
seen it.
but not in a bad way. not
No,
like,
I
not like
no,
this show's racist.
No. I meant because like the lead characters were black, and I
Yes.
was like, and it's based on Lovecraft thing. And I was like, oh, it might be like an HBO, like, hey, fuck you, racist ass.
I believe it. I
Colostomy
believe it
bag.
is something like that where it
Yes.
deals with racial issues.
Okay.
in it, in
Well,
a
yeah, I mean, like Watchmen
satisfying
was
way.
Watchmen was very much that.
yeah, not a racist show. Well, I mean, yeah,
It was about racism.
right.
Yes.
There we go.
So, I think
Oh,
we learned
boy.
a little something today
I don't
after
know.
watching Nightmare Beach.
Sorry.
No,
You
it-
can cut all that put it somewhere else if you want to.
Yeah, well, all that's going to live on the internet in infamy forever. Sometimes it's real good to talk about that stuff like in person with a person because
Again, I don't think I've ever told anyone directly to smile. I feel like
yeah.
I guess what I'm trying to understand is like, is it now offensive to have concern about someone's well-being, not necessarily order them
no.
to smile? Like,
Asking them if they're okay is different than you need to do this.
Right.
And then you will look pretty.
Oh no, yeah. I mean, I guess I don't know. I just feel like maybe just take the word smile out of the vocabulary because I feel like you could just can't use it in any way, shape, or form. That doesn't mean it just feels like a keyword that's going to be like, hey, are you telling me?
No, it's not the word. It's not the word smile.
Yeah.
It is. It's not the fault of the word smile. It is the manner in which it was
Using
in which
it
it
as
is
a
used.
verb.
No. Like because if you're taking a picture of somebody and you go smile, that's still cool.
Hey, don't
Yeah.
fucking tell me how to take
I
a
will
picture.
Because I mean, I think to
That hit you directly in the microphone.
That's my new racist symbol.
to end this conversation on a Nightmare Beach note, you think about the reason that Ricky Ricardo, wide receiver, said that
Wide retriever.
to the bartender.
Wide receptor.
Was to get laid.
Well, because he was saying you're not attractive in this current state. You need to be more attractive.
Okay.
That's how most people take it when it is said to them.
Okay.
And so
I guess
it is not coming from a place of concern. It is coming from a place of you're not making my dick hard.
Yeah. And you're only attractive when you're presenting a pleasing, welcoming image to
Right.
me. And your only value is in your attractiveness.
Yes. That is where that whole thing ends up
Yeah.
going. And
objective versus emotional. Got it.
yes.
Yes.
So
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. And being concerned for someone's well-being,
right.
always okay.
And
as
as
long
we've
as you don't be
seen-
a dick about it.
As we saw in this movie, if you are also sad, if your bartender is sad, that works.
Yeah.
Oh,
Just be sad back.
Refuse service.
You should. So you're saying I should stop? Commiserate. Listen.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's,
Wiser words were never, ever spoken.
I know it's a fucking joke, but that's the best way to sum up our discussion.
Well, it's also commiserate. It's not collaborate.
I know. Yeah.
Yes.
No, stop, commiserate, and listen. Perfect. Yeah.
Okay.
Love it.
Nailed it.
You can collaborate too if you want.
Okay.
We'll
Well,
hot collab.
hopefully. I mean,
BMFcast.
I feel like that's
X.
another thing. Like, are you allowed to tell someone like you're sexually attracted to them? It's like maybe
Oh.
that's a weird thing now. Like, I mean, like
Man, that really depends. Like, if you say I'm sexually attracted to you,
not in
that's
those
a bad
words,
look.
but I mean, is it allowed to are you allowed to express physical attraction to anyone?
Oh,
anymore?
for sure. You can experience it. I mean, you can't. You're not
Yeah,
allowed.
I know. I'm not
Yeah.
clearly.
Yeah.
I don't even know how the hell you're supposed to meet people anymore. Like, hi, I don't know anything about you. What's your name? Can we know each other? Like, I mean, like,
Yeah, that's pretty good.
I mean, let's be fucking honest for a second. The reason two strangers might walk up to each other and engage in conversation would be a sexual attraction. I mean, I don't know why we feel the need to deny that. Like,
Physical attraction.
that
There's
we're-
a whole bunch of attraction
Sure.
sort of things, and there are people that are like asexual who like sex doesn't even enter into the picture.
Okay.
And aromantic who romance doesn't enter into the picture, but they find somebody attractive in a way like in a. Sorry, Jens is making jokes. In a way that is not like a pure physical attraction. So like. The best way to meet people is to have a hobby that involves other people and then go do it with other people.
I know. I guess.
Yeah, go
I
do
guess
it.
just the idea of like
Other
two
people.
random people just, meeting up and just
Yeah.
striking up a conversation feels fucking impossible now. Like,
Oh, no.
it's just like, how could you like just? I mean, well, it is kind of impossible now because
Come watch The Master.
You're not supposed to be, out in public talking to
Right.
random strangers. So that part's a little,
Yeah, don't do that.
yeah. But I don't know how you're supposed to approach someone now.
I mean, like, I struck up a conversation with my seatmate on the airplane,
Okay.
and, like, we didn't have sex, but it's
Well,
because
don't
of...
listen to this guy.
That's because of who I am as a person and as a physical object. But, like...
Repulsive.
Yes, exactly. Nailed it.
Wow.
But... you can strike up conversations with strangers, and then if you find a person interesting, you go, "Hey,
I
it's
guess
really great to talk to you. I'd love
but
to see you again."
if you get a vibe from that person and that person is like, fuck off, you don't become like the pickup artist and you're like, I'm going to
Clearly.
follow you to the ends of the earth and
Clearly.
bother the shit out of you.
Please do not do that.
So-
but yes, like, hey, I had a great time hanging out with you. I would love to do it again. Would you like my phone number, or may I have yours?
You said that to your seatmate?
No, because I have massive social anxiety when it comes to that sort of thing.
Okay. I didn't know
Also,
if you were
we-
like,
we
hey,
weren't
great
really-
flight. Let's fly somewhere else together.
No, we weren't really vibing. We just had a conversation. And yeah, sex would be impossible in that airline toilet.
Yeah, that's not the kind of United you want to be.
You don't want to be any kind of United, according to Mackie.
Oh shit.
By the way, I used the airplane bathroom for the very first time in my life.
Yeah.
It's the tiniest place on earth.
It's awful.
Wait.
It sucks.
Like you've never been in an airplane bathroom before?
Correct.
Just like this
Until this
weekend?
past weekend.
Wow.
I've never wanted to go. I was like,
no.
it's public toilet for one.
No one wants to go, but
Also,
I mean,
it's
like,
gonna suck out your butthole.
Fly to California or something. You have
Yeah.
to.
Well, my last trip to California was like 2.5 hours in 2 stints.
You can
This
hold
was
it.
like a 4-hour, and I was like, I should really go before this becomes uncomfortable and while the bathroom is available. And it is literally like this big. It's like a foot by a foot.
Oh yeah, it's awful.
Yeah,
It also smells like a foot.
they make portalets seem spacious.
They do.
Yeah,
Oh, those are roomy.
The worst, okay,
they smell worse, but they,
yeah. The worst thing, besides it being tiny, and I felt like, at any moment I was going to pee on everything and myself. The sink is like 4 inches, 4 inches in depth.
oh, you could have just peed there.
Yeah.
No, I could not have. It would have been impossible to hit. I'm not tall enough.
Well, you get a boner.
That's not going to happen on an airplane.
And then stand on your head.
Yeah.
Too much pressure. Gotcha. And I am not putting my hands on the floor of an airplane bathroom. Ugh.
Yeah, just put some toilet paper down underneath.
There's not enough. That toilet paper is like a micron thick.
It's one ply.
Point taken. Point
And-
taken.
So that's
Anyway.
Nightmare Beach, but yeah.
Yeah, that's
Airplane bathrooms are real weird.
I mean, what is the deal with airplane bathrooms? They're just so tiny. Who are these people? Who could be in the
I
bathroom?
can't tell my seatmate that I'm sexually attracted to her 1 minute into the flight while she's strapped for 4.5 more hours.
texting George, who's back in coach.
Oh yeah, don't get me wrong. Everything about that says do not engage.
Yeah.
I mean, I have that little like.
So you come to this.
Don't
Oh,
worry,
the old.
don't worry. Goose is in the back of my head going, "Do not engage, Maverick. Do not engage."
You come to this 737-800 Max often? No? Why not?
Goose was also in the back of his head when he ejected.
That's true. Yeah.
Boo. You don't
Too
make fun
soon,
of Goose.
Chuck.
Yeah.
Don't make fun of
Jesus.
Goose.
Not.
Jesus.
I was just trying to get us out.
Okay.
So if you're a goose,
If you're a
You're
silly
silly.
goose. If you're a goose and you want to honk at us, bmf@bmfcast.com is our email address. bmfcast.com is our website. Patreon.com/bmfcast is where you can go. Give us your hard-earned money for more content. We give you a lot of it, and there's going to be more soon. Soon. I'm going to tell you an approximate date. I don't know if I already did this, but the end of the month. The end of September.
2021.
whoa,
2021.
Podcast. So you might want to be specific.
Things are coming to the Patreon.
dude,
Hooray.
I am coming to the Patreon.
whoa.
I am not coming on the Patreon, but I'm coming to it.
Jack and Cast.
Save it for your seatmate over there.
I will.
Shoot some video in that airplane bathroom that we don't know about.
I did. I'll tell you this. I spent a weekend with Jens, so
Oh, say no more.
Yeah. Same room. Yeah. Some hot German v German action. Well, I'm only half German, so
Not anymore. You're at least 3/4 now.
Good God. End the show.
All right,
End
yeah.
it, I say.
all right.
Yeah.
I'm Harbco.
Yeah. Let's get out of here, shall we? I am Harlow.
I'm Mackie.
I'm BJ,
I'm Chuck.
and this is BMFcast Out. Be excellent to each other, or I'll kill you.
Man. I show up and what happens?
Wow.
Oh, we took that podcast for
Yeah, I gotta get out of here.
Shall we?
I'm Harlow.
Slappy.
Wow.
Jens and I did watch a movie, The Blue Max. That's the thing we did in our hotel room.
I've had that sandwich.
Oh, yeah, Blue Max from European
Oh, I thought
Street
you
was
invited
very
up a dude named Max to your room. And
good. No. There's a
He's real sad. You
there's
told
a
him to
film
smile.
called The Blue Max, which is about a
Or he just swore a lot.
World War I German fighter pilot.
chat.
Good night.
Good night, friends.
Hope you enjoyed your Mountain Dew.
You guys should have watched like a submarine movie.
Up my sign.
Go ahead and throw the rest of that back. Just throw it back.
No.
Oh, no, maybe watch a movie with
a bunch of
glass.
semen. Yeah.
Maybe a movie about a Turkish prison,
Yeah.
like Midnight Express. Is that what it was?
Yes, that's
Yeah.
right. Very good. You wanted to say Midnight Run, didn't
Well,
you?
yeah, because I just watched it for the first time. I'd never seen Midnight Run, and I'm trying to get back into trying to do some Charles Grodning.
Yeah, good.
Gotcha.
He was in Beethoven.
Yeah, I know. He keeps suggesting Beethoven the Second to me,
Yeah.
but
Gotta
I'm
wait.
not
Gotta
gonna
wait for next August.
Yeah, we'll get there.
I did watch Chadwick Boseman's James Brown movie because that was on Netflix. So
Is it good?
it's all right. It's
Is it one of those like why is this story being told?
no. I think James Brown had a very interesting life. I just think the way the movie does a very Ferris Bueller-y like time out talking to the camera now, saying periodically while the movie's still happening, and it's a little weird.
That feels James Brownie to me.
Yeah, I mean, I've just seen it done better.
Brown
It's a
like,
little
Brown-esque.
weird. Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah.
The Jackie Robinson movie was way better though.
You will not be surprised if I tell you that the score to the Blue Max is done by Jerry Goldsmith.
What?
But it's actually really good. Like, it's good. The score's
Did y'all pull this up on a laptop, or was it just happened to be on somewhere in Los Angeles?
Jens brought a
A DVD?
a drive.
Yeah.
Oh,
He brought a whole drive with movies, and we only got to one of them because otherwise we were busy kissing each other.
sure, yeah. Just taking off your shirts and
Yeah.
kiss.
I'm in bed with goblins, kissing goblins.
Oh man, remember that guy was funny?
Jens and I were not kissing. I'm not
Kissing
gonna
Germans
get
is the
Jens
worst.
divorced.
Is it a sausage party in here?
Don't-
Because it's the worst.
Although I will say, don't knock the worst.
I'm not the worst. It's the best.
Don't. If you knock on the worst,
Yeah.
there will be a sauerkraut.
That's true. Hey, whoa! The October jests over here. Anyway,
We got jokes. Yeah,
Yes.
let's be done with the episode.
Yeah.
It's 11:30. This is the latest we've gone in so long.
yeah, I'm gonna shut everything down. Bye, internet.
Oh, goodbye, internet.
It's been real.
Take care of yourselves.
I'm sorry. I'm just thinking out loud. Stuff.
No, you're good. It's
No,
good to talk about
it's-
this stuff once
It's
in a
important
while.
because, like, if you had gone in a bar and said that to the bartender, you might have gotten punched.
I would never said. tell
I
someone to
know.
smile.
I'm just saying.
So why don't you smile? No, that's slide.